What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're in Alpine, Utah, and we're getting ready to check out a spectacular new home from a brand new builder. Y'all, the views from this place are crazy. Anyway, let me turn you around. I'll tell you all about it. All right, y'all, say hello to 9 Gables from Raspin Custom Homes. This is a brand new builder for us here at the Utah Valley Parade of Homes. And y'all, this one right here, I love the layout of this thing, and it's got some super cool features inside. Anyway, you have this beautiful stone facade here on the front of the home, and then it just kind of wraps around where you'll have the garage over to the left-hand side. Inside, you are going to find 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. It does have a 5-car garage, and all of this sits inside of 6,207 square feet. Coming up onto this beautiful covered front porch, you got the double doors right here. And if you are interested in this home, it is currently listed at $3.5 million. But with that, let's get inside and see what all we can find. Alrighty, here we go. So this is the view that you're greeted with when you first walk in, and I don't know, there were some things in here that just kind of caught me by surprise. But this home, y'all, it is so elegant and just gorgeous looking. I love it. Before we dive into all of that, though, let me go ahead and turn you around real quick and let you check out this foyer. So you have this beautiful big light fixture hanging down in the middle of it all, and then tons of space so you can do a little bit of decorating. You do have the stairwell down to the lower level, and then just a couple things. So to the left-hand side of these double doors right here, you do have this coat closet. And then opposite that, you have the office. Now, I love this office, and just looking at it, you wouldn't expect there to be this surprise that we're going to find here in just a moment. But a cool office, nice and spacious. You've got these nice big windows looking out into the front of the property. You have this beautiful glass door, and just really nice. Now, you also have these 2 built-ins along the back wall, and in between the 2 built-ins, you have a hidden door. There we go. I keep wanting to grab the picture with it, but anyway, so this is just kind of like a cool closet, little storage room back behind that kind of door. Now, obviously, this front room could be a bedroom if you wanted it to be, so you do also have a closet as well, like it would meet all of those requirements. But anyway, I just thought it was neat. Looked pretty cool. And you could probably do a number of things with that, especially if this was an office. You could probably put like a Murphy bed or something right there. You know, I mean, you'd probably lose a lot of that closet space. But anyway. And then as we continue down the foyer, there is just tons of things. So you've got obviously all of the common spaces. Love it. We're going to get to that in just a minute. We are going to hang a right and come over here and check out the master suite. And y'all, sweet it is. So vaulted ceilings, exposed beams, beautiful mountain views out this massive window. Just look at that. And I know, probably by the end of this trip, y'all are going to get sick and tired of me talking about the views, but, you know, that's Utah, like, just where we are. Like, every home has the views, and they're just gorgeous. I mean, I'd probably take that back. There's been a couple homes that I don't think necessarily have had views, but they still look cool. Anyway, you do have a gas fireplace in here. Super nice. And then from there, it transitions into both the ensuite as well as your closet. This isn't the closet. This is just like a linen closet. This is the closet. And, it is gorgeous. It also has, I don't know if this one has it, yeah. So both of these top drawers have like these little, what do girls wear? Jewelry box case things. Just kind of fancy. And I guess this side, you probably put watches. Well, this side doesn't have it, but the other side has it. I guess you put watches and stuff in there too. I'm hit or miss in my life in terms of if I'm going to wear a watch. Sometimes I'll wear them, sometimes I won't. I've just never, now that we got phones, it's hard to keep a watch on, you know what I mean? Anyway, makeup vanity. And then you also have washer dryer hookups. And then from there you transition into the ensuite. So double vanities separated by this beautiful soaking tub. And then opposite that, you have the shower. It's just tile everywhere. Nice little niche. And then you've got the removable shower head, normal shower head, couple jets, super nice. Yeah, this home, whew, I got here a little early. So, but anyway, there was a lot of people here, like super popular kind of. Everybody was digging this home, and people just keep coming up. And honestly, it's closed today. Like the parade isn't until tomorrow, and people are just like beating the doors down. It's crazy. Anyway, this is obviously the water closet. It's got like some storage up above the toilet. And then the other cool thing that I really like is, so it does have a toilet paper roll holder hanger thing, but it's also got like this storage for toilet paper rolls, right? You can just put them in there, stack them up. Oh my goodness, you talk about nice. Just being so close. I don't know, I liked it. I thought it looked neat. So as we are walking through the home, y'all let me know what you think is neat or what you don't think is neat, right? Let me know that stuff down in the comments, what you like, what you might want to change or rearrange. Also, while you're down there, do me a big solid and hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate that. Plus, it helps us get into homes like this. When we say, we've got this huge community of home touring lovers like yourself, it really does help us. They're like, okay, yeah, you can come and tour it. And we're like, yeah. That's what, I'm just kidding. But anyway, you know what I mean. You're picking up what I'm putting down. But beautiful fireplace in here. Nice big windows in the living room. Again, views of the mountains. And then on either side of the fireplace, you do have these built-ins. And they got all types of drawers and open shelves. And then I will turn you back towards the kitchen and dining room. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start over here in the dining room space, which this whole area in the kitchen and dining room, you've got these vaulted, or the vaulted ceiling with this exposed beam. The dining room itself has these 180-degree windows. And then we'll go ahead and step outside real quick. Check out this backyard space. So you've got this built-in gas fireplace. And again, swings. I'm telling you, we're seeing swings like crazy. Like these big bed swings. Not just like a swing, right? But super popular stuff right now. But then you've got access down into the basement. And then this door right here leads into the garage. And then obviously you have this beautiful back outdoor eating space or sitting area, whatever you wanted to use it for. And basically they just really kept the vault running all the way through. Then from there we transition into the kitchen. So there is storage on the front side of the island. This is interesting. It's got like sides, but it's also got like the little legs. You've got 3 pendant lights hanging down over the top of the island. Trash can drawer. Undermount sink. And just like a little cabinet. I didn't know what it was going to be. You know what I mean? Always got to check that stuff out. Anyway, along the back wall, Wolf appliances. And this is just gorgeous. It's almost like this rose gold kind of accent piece. Kind of attached to the range hood, which is super neat. And then, of course, you've got, looks like some spice racks. Probably some utensil racks on the other side. And then I love this. Instead of like, I know a lot of people are going to like a pot filler, and I'm sure that you could probably add a pot filler somewhere on either side, or I don't know, but I think this kind of utensil hanger hook rack thing, that looks pretty neat too. It's different, it's interesting. But beautiful backsplash. Basically the backsplash is just the counter, same material as the counter, they wrapped it up, and that goes all the way up to the ceiling. And then all the way at the end, you've got like this little appliance garage space and then some open shelves. Then on this side, you've got panelized refrigerator and freezer, and then up underneath all of these plaques and stuff like that is basically like a little buffet area, so you can hook up your coffee pots, stuff like that. But in addition to that, oh, I'll point this out too. So on this side, obviously they don't go up to the ceiling because that'd be weird with the vault, but they do go up to the ceiling over here on this side. But anyway, you could also put your coffee pot in this beautiful pantry as well. And I love this. This is a much larger appliance garage. And the doors just kind of tuck back in, which is really nice. You've got, looks like microwave, and then up top is the oven. Again, Wolf. And then all of your open shelves. Look at that little cleaning cabinet. And then tons of counter space in here. Another dishwasher, sink, little pan drawer. Not quite a messy kitchen, but pretty close, right? And then through kind of the kitchen area, we start working our way down towards kind of like your laundry room, garage area, and then of course this is the mudroom. So backing you up a little bit, you can already see the pantry and the garage door. So depending on what side of the garage you park on, you don't have too far of a walk. So you've got the lockers, and then into the laundry room. This is kind of neat, sitting along like the 45 wall. And the other thing that I love about this, look at this. So you've got like these drying racks that you can just kind of pull out, and then they've got these wire cables that just kind of hang there. So that's pretty neat. Some more cabinets. Just kind of let you take it all in for a second. All the space in here. And then we will hop out into the garage. So it is obviously set up for the parade, but plenty of space in here. You got the single stall, double stall, and then another single stall, but this is almost like a tandem back here. And other than that, you've got access into the backyard. Just kind of checking out, seeing what I can see, kind of if anything pops out. I think it would be pretty neat because I feel like this right here is almost the pantry. So if you could have like a Costco door or something like that leading into the pantry, that would be pretty neat. Maybe like set it up underneath of that appliance garage, right? If those were like some slightly more open shelves. Or you could even keep the shelving. We've seen that already. I think that would be neat. where you can just like stick the bags up on the individual shelves and you can grab it once you get inside. Anyway, working our way back up towards the foyer, you do have a powder room. Kind of a cool vanity. And that sits just outside of this bedroom, which is the first of the bedrooms here on the main level. Actually, I think this is the only secondary bedroom. So you've got the master and then you've got this one. And it does have its own ensuite. You got the standalone shower in here, some floating shelves, and then into its closet. Ooh, faked me out a little bit. I thought it was going to be a lot shallower than it was. And then we come back out into the foyer. So pretty good flow overall from a tour standpoint, I think. And then we'll go ahead and work our way down to the basement. See what all is down here. Which I think they did it up pretty good down here as well. In terms of just like the overall look, like it's very charming. Like, and I don't know, like, it's just elegant is really the ultimate word, I guess. But nice little sitting area. We've got some cabinets and shelves right next to the stairwell. And then you have this storage space. And actually, this is cold storage. This is the first cold storage that we've seen finished off. But like a little root cellar or something almost. If you're into that stuff. If not, it's just storage, right? But then some understairs storage. Just kind of wraps around. And then before we kind of go out into this common space, we're going to hang this right here and go check out all the bedrooms down here. So you do have your furnace inside of that mechanical closet. And then I think you've got several bedrooms back here, this being the first and third overall. It's nice and spacious. You got the built-in dresser. And then into its closet. See, this is what I thought the other one upstairs was going to look like. A little bit shallower, but it ended up being a lot deeper. And then around the corner towards the end of the hall, this is bedroom number 4. And into its closet, which is this nice walk-in. And I think there's another one down here. Yeah. So you do have a bathroom, double vanities, and then the water closet with the toilet. Tons of space in here, holy cow. And then you got the tile going all the way up to the ceiling. Nice deep kind of shower and tub. And you got this nice little niche over here as well. A linen closet. And then all the way at the end, bedroom number 5. y'all let me know if y'all are going to be touring this week. I don't know when these homes going up. And I think the Utah Valley Parade goes for 2 weeks. We're here for the first full week. And then after this, I've got a couple reached out to us. They just built a home in northern Wyoming, which I've been to Wyoming a bunch, but I've never actually toured a home in Wyoming. So that's going to be pretty fun. Kind of a cool looking home, like super modern looking. And then after that, we're going to Minnesota, and Minnesota is having their artisan parade, which, you know, those homes are always spectacular as well. But anyway, you have this really nice kind of sitting room down here. Again, beautiful fireplace, stone going all the way up to the ceiling. And then you have these really nice built-ins on either side. Like it's got like this old school kind of library feel to it. Just the built-ins do, right? And I think that's neat. I dig that stuff. But I guess let's stay to the, well, let's just go in here. We'll wrap around. So you do have another bathroom. This actually connects to the full gym, or the gym. But you've got the vanity behind us, and then into its water closet with the toilet and this shower. And get a load at the size of this. So it's got jets and it's got a wand shower head, but then it also has like this massive, like rainfall-y shower head, which is pretty neat. And then, like I said, that just kind of wraps around into this gym room, which you can access it. It has like normal access as well, where you don't necessarily have to go through the bathroom. And then another storage closet. So with that being said about that couple that reached out to us from Wyoming, if you have a home that you're building, if you're a builder or you're just, you know, you're a homeowner that's having a home built, you know, you see the stuff that we tour, reach out to us and we'll try and schedule it in, work with you in terms of whenever it's going to be finished, and we'll make a trip out of it. Or at least I'll slide in there in between trips, right? And hang out and you can tell me a little bit about what all went into your home in terms of your ideas and concepts and stuff like that. Anyway, nice little sitting area. There is actually, so if you, ADUs here in Utah are huge, right? So, I mean, if you wanted to turn this into it, it's got a kitchen down here. You could do that and you've got this private access up to the backyard where there is kind of like an uncovered kind of parking space. So someone could always, you could rent this out, or family members could stay here, or whatever the case may be. You could do that. But it does have a kitchen. Cafe appliances down here. Kind of a cool little island. That's the one thing. Whew, our kitchen, it's massive. Like it's kind of galley style with a lot of room in between for our house. But the one thing that it lacks is an island, just like a working island. I think that would be super nice for it if we could figure out how to make that work. But anyway, I like this one. This one made me think about that just because it's kind of slender. It's not too big. I think it would be perfect kind of for our own. But anyway, cafe appliances. This one's got the dishwasher. Then you have your sink and then plenty of counter space. You've got your range and then the built-in microwave and refrigerator. And then back here, I think this is the larger mechanical room. So this is where you got the water heaters, the furnace, electric panels, all that fun stuff. And then all the way at the back, what is this, like laundry room number 3? So many laundry rooms. which is nice though, I like it. Anyway, front load washer and dryer, a little bit of folding space. And where's the light switch to that sconce? I didn't see that anywhere. Must be one of those switches over there. Anyway, and then all the way at the back of this, you've got some more, almost like dry storage space. All right. Today we're in the foothills of Boise, Idaho, and we're getting ready to check out an absolutely stunning mountain modern home. This one is from MK Home. So let me turn you around. I'll tell you all about it. What about that? All right, y'all, get a load of this beauty right here. If you love mountain modern homes, I think this is definitely gonna be one that tickles your fancy. This is 1851 West Winter Camp Court from MK Homes. It is absolutely beautiful. I love the stonework and the wood. I think it just looks fantastic. Now, inside you are gonna find 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. It does have a massive 6-car garage, and all of this sits inside of 5,620 square feet. Just get a load of it. Then it's got like this private little courtyard space as you enter in through these steel doors, and just kind of wraps around. Just pretty neat. I could see like coming out here and sipping on some tea, you know, having a little tea party. Got the little fountain. It's got like this whole vibe to it. And it's like lunchtime now, so you're getting a little bit of shade right here. Now, if you are interested in this home, it is currently listed at $3.895 million. But with that, let's get inside and see what all we can find. All right, here we go. So this is the view that you're greeted with when you do first walk in. Beautiful view into both the great room and your back covered patio and beyond. But before we dive into all of that, let me go ahead and turn you around real quick, show you this front entryway. And before we do dive into it too far, I do want to give a special thank you to the 208 Market team at Keller Williams Realty here in Boise for setting up this tour. Greatly appreciate that. And you know, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't get opportunities to tour homes like this. So definitely appreciate you. If you haven't already, you know, make sure, I'm gonna say definitely way too many times, but you know, go over there and hit the subscribe button. That way we can get into more amazing homes. So beautiful front entryway, and then from there it opens up into this massive living room space. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna step here into the living room, check it out, and then stay on kind of this side of the house before ultimately getting over to the kitchen. So beautiful tapered stone fireplace going all the way up to the ceiling, massive chandelier hanging down in the middle of this great room. I love this thing. It's just got like this beautiful, like rustic, weathered look to it, which I think is fitting with like the mountain modern theme, right? And then of course you have these beautiful exposed beams up in the ceiling. And then as you can see, all of the windows and door frames are all done up in steel. It is all custom. And dare I say imported from New York, right? So all American made, which is absolutely amazing. But beautiful fireplace right here with a massive insert. You've got this really nice surround right here. And then no hearth at all, just kind of flush to the ground. So that would look really good with, you know, some different decorating. And then I'm gonna give you a quick pan back into the kitchen space because it is gorgeous. Oh my goodness, just love that kitchen. But let's go ahead and step outside real quick. You've got this back covered patio space. Views clear up the hill. Now this property is on just shy of an acre. I think it's like 0.95 of an acre. So tons of room back there, right? You've got another gas fireplace out here. Just kind of a nice little chill spot. You do have a heater back here over the top of like your outdoor eating space. So that's nice. If it gets a little chillier in the wintertime, you can crank that puppy up. And then you've got your outdoor kitchen area with the grill. You've got your flat top. And then up underneath of this cover right here is the pizza oven. And man, I could definitely just kind of see hanging out here. Maybe you get a pool, maybe you don't. I don't know. Right? But you just kind of hang out. Now, this little walkway over here does lead to another little patio that was kind of envisioned for like a hot tub space, right? And that's real nice. And then you have access from the master bedroom. And then further down, you have access out onto that covered little patio space, which is for your gym area. There's actually an indoor gym through the master bedroom. So that is pretty cool. Now, as we are walking through this home, let me know what you like, what you might want to change or rearrange if this home was to be yours. I'm going to tell you right now, I love this office space. Just look at this. Just a wall of windows. Beautiful. And again, all done custom steel work. Now, I was told that it's soundproof. We might have to put that to the test later on. I'll have to actually take the mic off, or maybe you'll still be able to hear me, right? But I love the stone accent wall. I think that looks really cool. And with the glass, you're still kind of part of everything, but you're kind of still disconnected at the same time, right? And then on this side of the house, you're going to find 2 of the secondary bedrooms. And this is the first of the 2. So beautiful ceiling height in here. Just kind of soars up. Nice and spacious. And then you've got all this kind of hand-milled woodwork in here as well. Nice step-in closet. And then I'm pretty sure each of the bedrooms have their own en-suites, which is nice, right? I've talked about that before. If you're new, we do tour homes all across the country. So we see a lot of different homes, a lot of different designs and stuff like that. And I think it has to be like standard these days to have basically, essentially, the same number of bathrooms as you do bedrooms. Anyway, throughout this home, you're going to see this beautiful countertop right here. This is that Taj Mahal stuff. We've been seeing that quite a bit lately. Just kind of a really cool pattern. And once we get to like the kitchen space, I'll really show it to you. It's almost got like this dark, stormy wave pattern to it, which is pretty neat. But into the linen closet. And then past that, you come into, this is like a dedicated dog station, right? Which is pretty neat. You've got the Dutch door right here, right? So the bottom can close and the top, like they can separate. And then you've got a little wash basin back here with beautiful colored cabinets. I love this. It's like a sagey green color, like a nice dark sage. Wash basin, and then you have your pet washing station. And then there's a little doggy door. And this door actually, I don't know if it's locked or unlocked. It leads out into like this little pet run, right? So that's kind of cool. My dogs, you know, they'd never fit in that. And then I'd be having the big dogs. We've got 3 Maremma sheepdogs. And they live in our barn. And I'll tell you what, I promise they'd be trying to get in through that little doggy door. Especially Maggie. She's, we've had her since she was like a pup. And she's probably the most spoiled one. But she loves coming in the house every now and again. She gets a little treat. But anyway, this is the second of the secondary bedrooms. This one's nice. It's got access out onto the back patio space. And it's got like this fun little built-in. Now these, I've got this one and one more, and they're not part of the parade, but I'm so happy that we got them. You know what I mean? Just like completely different. It's kind of what I was expecting coming to Idaho. Instead of, you know, we've toured a lot of great homes, but just looking at the pictures of this one and the next one that we're going to be doing, they just look like these beautiful, quintessential kind of, you know, exactly what I expected from a home here in Idaho. So pretty excited about that, a little stoked. But you've got your dining room space with this beautiful tray ceiling, nice big light fixture. Again, kind of, it's almost like a hammered brass. I don't know if it's actually like a paint job or just kind of, no, it's actually it. So that's neat looking. And then just gorgeous views right here from the dining room. You do also have access out onto the back covered patio. And then from there, you dive into this kitchen space. And it is just gorgeous. Here, I can really give you a good look of this like Taj Mahal countertop. I don't know, maybe it's not, I just feel like, I imagine when I look at it, like dark, stormy seas, right? That's just kind of the pattern I get out of it. And it always looks so beautiful. But anyway, so on the front side of the island, looks like there is some storage up underneath of there. It's a little far back. I'm not going to open it this time. But you do have some nice big pendant lights hanging down over the top of your island. And then on this side, I've loved to see this. Oh my goodness. Like actually in the island, out here where you're like doing things, you've got an ice maker, right? So cool. And then next to that, you've got the trash can drawer. And then further down is your panelized dishwasher. And then this undermount sink looking out into both the great room as well as the dining room. And then let's go ahead and back up a little bit. And we will start along the back wall. So again, beautiful glass pane cabinets. Love that. And these are all push to open, so they don't have any hardware on the front of them. It's kind of making them look clean and crispy, right? But the cabinets do go all the way up to the ceiling, so you don't have to worry about doing any dusting. And then, of course, you've got your Thermador range with the double ovens, and it looks like, oh yeah, got a little spice rack on this side. Let's see what the other side has. You've got the utensil drawer. And then back behind that, they wrap the countertop up into the backsplash. You've got the pot filler, little lip up there. And then on the far wall, of course, refrigerator and freezer with your little wine fridge in the middle. And then I'll go ahead and back up, give you a good view over here, and then we're going to dive into this beautiful pantry space as well. And I think what I love most about the pantry and pretty much this home is just, I love the steel framed everything. Whether it's the doors or the windows, I just think it looks really, really nice. So into the pantry, again, kept the same countertops in here as well. Cabinets going all the way up to the ceiling. And then around the corner, you'll have a microwave. You've got your espresso machine. A little bit of extra storage in here. And then just like a fun little tile backsplash. And then through this way, you have access back out into the foyer and then across the hall. I've never seen this before, and I think this is super interesting. This is like, it's not like a powder bath, but essentially it's a powder bath. It's a full bathroom. But you've got the single vanity, right? And then you have this accent wall right here, which is real leather panels. Pretty neat, just brings in a little bit of warmth, I think, into the space. But then you've got your toilet and a full shower. Nice, dark, and moody. Let's see, open this up so you're looking at the shower and not me. I know, that's what you really want to look at, but I'm just kidding. Anyway, and then it just kind of wraps around. Over this side, you've got the mudroom and laundry room space, but we'll do a full circle. We're going to start here in the master bedroom, which is just nice and spacious. So you've got this beautiful tray ceiling with the exposed beams. Again, access outside. And then into the ensuite. So double opposing vanities. And then they've got like these linen cabinets on either side. And then along the back wall, kind of like a little artistic piece back here. So you've got the wood paneling, and then just like the little lip right there, the little edge, kind of the same countertop or same material that they used with the countertops. Just looks pretty neat. Just the use of like black and brown, you know what I mean? And they always said growing up it doesn't match. It goes with everything. Anyway, nice big soaking tub. And then next to that you've got this walk-in shower with double shower heads and fun little backlit niches. The water closet. And then this is your gym room. Now you can actually access this from multiple locations. You can access it obviously from the master bath. You can access it from outside, or you can even access it from the garage. This door actually leads out into the garage. Now we're gonna go out into the garage in a different way, but I just kind of wanted to point that out. And then you've got your water bottle filler, and then a little beverage refrigerator out here as well. So that's nice. And then around the corner, you come into the master closet. So you've got these pull down hanging dowels, tons of built-ins, and then easy access into the laundry room. So again, I love this, how they like raise up the washer and dryer, right? One, it makes it where it doesn't hurt your back when you're opening up like front load stuff. But then it also has a little bit of extra storage up underneath of it as well, which is pretty neat. And then again, kind of that same sagey green color, forest green maybe. And then plenty of counter space. But that wraps around. Got a little wash basin. And then back behind us is like this storage / linen closet. And then I love the floors. Like the floor is probably my favorite part. And that just kind of comes out here in the mudroom as well. You just have these beautiful like herringbone pattern bricks, which is pretty neat. And then in the mudroom, got a nice big storage closet, huge coat closet, cleaning closet, whatever you want to use it as. And then back behind us is a bunch of lockers, which is nice. Now I think the ones on either end have outlets, and then they've got like these little adjustable hook things, which is cool. Just kind of extend them out. And then those go all the way up to the ceiling. Then we'll go ahead and step out into this massive garage space. So 6 stalls. So you've got the 2-car right here. I think it's 6. I think it's wide enough for 6. I don't know how they're going to get 6 in here. I don't know. But they do have your utility closets. So there's actually 2 of them. Both of these sets of closets are all of your utilities. So you've got your furnace, your water heater. I think they've got the central vac system over there as well. And then you've got the door out into the motor court. And then this garage. I would say 4 cars. But, I mean, I guess you could pack 6 in here if you wanted to. You've got the EV hookup, electric panel, and then you do have this really nice, like, storage, or not storage, like workshop area. You got the pressure washer machine, little wash basin. This is the door that goes back into the gym room, right? And then I don't remember what these are. So this is your central vac hose, so you can which makes it nice. Some storage closets. But how cool is that? You've got like this little pressure washer over here, and then you've got the vacuum, so you could you never have to go and go to a car wash. You can just do it right here, right? So that's pretty cool. Then from here, we'll go ahead and work our way upstairs. Have you been thinking about what you like, what you might want to change or rearrange if this home was yours? Definitely be letting me know that stuff in the comments. Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice this. Check this out. So you got this coat room over here, and they utilized like the understairs storage space. Get a load of this. Like a full-on coat room. Oh man, and the ceilings right here, they drop down a little bit, right? Up underneath of the stairs. I'm 6 foot tall though, and I don't have to duck. What? Love it. I feel like I have to duck, but I don't actually have to duck. Got a little bit of head clearance there. And then you have this beautiful staircase. It's kind of working its way up. Nice big window looking out into the hills and beyond. And then what I love about up here is, and you probably saw it while we were downstairs in the great room, it's just got like this little banister balcony space looking back down into the great room. It's just so gorgeous, right? Like, I love the fireplace, and that's surround. It just looks amazing. But super cool, love that. And then all the way at the back of the house, we'll start here. There is a bedroom up here as well. But you've got this great big kind of bonus space, den area, little hangout spot. Just tons of space. You've got the wet bar with a beverage fridge, or 2 of them. We've got some accent lights down at the bottom of the cabinets. And then look at this. You've got like these recessed little shelves, which is cool. And then around the corner from that, you can access this bathroom from both this kind of common space as well as the bedroom itself. So you've got single vanity with some nice sconces. And you've got the toilet and another standalone shower. This one's got like some nice dark navy blue tile. Kind of cool looking. And then we'll just step right on into the bedroom itself. So good size. This is probably the smaller of the bedrooms though, for sure. All those other ones were massive. But this would be like a nice younger kid, maybe even a guest room, right? Send them upstairs, get them out of here. But nice accent wall. And then you've got its closet as well. And this one's got a little bit of attic access up above us. All right. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're in Nashville, Tennessee, and we're getting ready to check out a spectacular new home from a brand new builder. So let me turn you around. I'll tell you all about it. All right, y'all, say hello to Tyne Boulevard from Chandelier Development. I don't know what it is about the inside of this home, but it just gives me like these super cool summer cottagey vibes, and I love it. On the outside, you've got a little bit of brick, a little bit of wood, and a super cool looking front door with these gas sconces on either side. Inside, you're gonna find 5 bedrooms, 5.5 plus bathrooms. I say plus because there's a couple of half baths in there, and a 3-car garage on the back side. You can actually access it over here from the left-hand side of the house. And all of this sits inside of 6,947 square feet. If you are interested in this home, it is currently listed for $6,199,000. But with that, let's get inside and see what all we can find. All right, here we go. So this one actually wasn't on the to-tour list for the day. So kind of excited about it, a little different. This is your view when you do first walk in from the front door. You've got views into your living room space and then clear out onto the covered back patio with these beautiful like garden doors. I think they look really, really nice. But let me go ahead and turn you around real quick. I'll let you check out this foyer. So it's kind of broken up a little bit with these partition walls. Again, beautiful hardwood door. I don't know what this style would be called. So if you were proficient in that, let me know down in the comments. What would I call this style of front door, right? I'd be interested to hear that. And then right next to that, you've got kind of like a linen closet-ish. Just like a storage closet, right? I'd probably want to put some hanging dowels or something in there so you could just have a coat closet right next to the front door so when your guests arrive. But there are things to the left and to the right of us. We're going to start over here to the right-hand side. You've got this set of stairs that wraps all the way up to the second floor. A humongous light fixture hanging down over the top of all this, and then just kind of these dainty little sconces going all the way up. Very thin, you know, very nice. And then just below the stairs, there's a powder room, and I love this thing. Like for a powder room, you know what I mean? It's very spacious. So you've got this floating vanity, a couple little sconces on either side of the mirror. And then back behind us, this is where we saw that little port window outside. It's right here in this powder room. So that's nice. I don't know what it is, it's neat. And then keeping with this side, you also have this office, which is nice and moody. You know, I am all about the moody colors. You've got this beautiful wood ceiling with the exposed beams. It's just got this kind of rustic feel to it. And then these French windows going all the way around. Just letting in tons of light. Looks like every other one. And then, of course, both the two in the corner can crank open. But that looks out into your front yard. I could definitely see working in here. Now it's kind of like an olivey green color, right? Something along those lines. And then from there, we'll go ahead and hop into the living room. So again, I love the French doors on either side of this just wall of windows. I think that looks really neat going out onto that back covered patio. But massive chandelier in here as well. Tons of space. Huge gas fireplace with like the rounded edges. I always like to see. There are some jacks and outlets back behind this picture. So if you wanted to put a TV up there, you could do that. Then you've got a single sconce looking down into this arched built-in with the floating shelves. I don't know what it is that gives me kind of that summer cottagey feel, almost like, yeah, I mean, cottage is the vibe I get from it. I don't know if you're getting the same thing. I don't know if it's like the light colors in the wood, like the warmth of the wood, or just the open airiness of the home itself. If that's creating that cottage feeling that I'm getting. I don't know. But we'll go ahead and step outside real quick. Check out what all is back here. Not going to go too far because I'm in my socks. And there's still a little snow on the ground. But you've got another gas fireplace out here. And then all of the seating space. So not only do you have access from the living room, you also have access out here from the dining room as well. And then is that, well, I guess that matches, this lap siding over here matches the color out on the front of the house. But in the shade, it looks like super bright blue. Like what? Why did they do that? Didn't look like it matched, but I think it's just because of the shade. Anyway, then you also have your jacuzzi as well as your pool and your fenced-in backyard, which is super nice. And then these 3 windows right here look into the garage, which we'll get around to in a little bit. We've got a few more things to cover on this one side of the house. And we will go to this side of the fireplace, which is the left-hand side of the fireplace sitting towards the back of the house. You've got a linen closet. And then from there, it wraps around into the master bedroom. So beautiful light fixture. Again, plenty of windows. You know, we're in the early afternoon. This is kind of the light that you're getting from the sun. So in the morning time, nice and shady, right? Tons of space. I do want to get over here. I saw it on this side, and then I noticed it on this side. Look at these end tables, little nightstands. Just kind of got this cool rustic gold look to it. Then from there you have the double doors that open up into the ensuite. So we'll start over here. You've got the water closet. And then this beautiful soaking tub sitting below a couple windows and this great big oversized pendant light. And then behind us is this double vanity, kind of a nice low double vanity, right? It's not as high as I think what they typically are. And then check out this. Oh man. So the backsplash is kind of rounded, and then it takes the shape of the mirrors. That's cool. We saw that recently. It was another home that we filmed today, actually, but it was in the kitchen, and the backsplash there wrapped up and curved into, oh gosh, what was it? The range hood. There. Now we can actually see some shelves. I don't think they put the shelves in the bottom yet. Then you've got this standalone shower with just super tall ceilings. I mean, they're the same size as the ceilings here in the bathroom, but you got this rainfall shower head, your normal shower head, and your wand shower head. It just feels a lot taller. I don't know. But then the bench and another arched little niche. And then there are 2 closets, so we'll go into this one first. I think they're relatively the same size. This one might be a little smaller because this wall right here is kind of blank. So the other one might have it in terms of storage. So you've got this side, and then this side. And then it comes down a little bit, bumps out. They're fairly equal, I think. This one's probably slightly bigger. Mostly because you lose a little space with the window and then that one blank wall, you know. But overall, love the entire master suite. Think it looks really nice and airy. Now, as we are walking through the home, do be taking note of what you like, what you might want to change or rearrange. You can let me know that stuff down in the comments. We're going to work back over here into the foyer and into the dining room. So this is your formal dining space. Again, nice big windows. Kind of shady on the front side of the house this time of day. I love the exposed beams. Those look really nice. Like, just imagine getting some artwork in here, getting it all decorated. And then from there, you can pass through into the kitchen area. You've got this little built-in china cabinet. Doesn't quite go all the way up to the ceiling. It sits behind like this little partition wall. And there's actually one on either side. So I'll back up a little bit. You can kind of see the one on the left-hand side and then the one over here on the right. So that's pretty neat. Did I miss something? No, it's just walls on the back side. But then we'll start right here in the island. So it looks like we've got a little panelized action happening on the front side of the island. No storage. There are, looks like room for 4 stools if you wanted to get everybody elbow to elbow. And then you also have waterfall edges on this side as well as the other side. Nice big light fixture hanging down over the top of the island. And then on this side, built-in microwave, panelized dishwasher. This cabinet right here is your trash can drawer. And then you've got your undermount sink looking back into the living room. And then along the far wall, panelized refrigerator and freezer. Little buffet area. Your appliance garage, so you can put the coffee maker in there. Are there outlets? Yeah, the outlets are up underneath of the upper cabinets. Then I'll back up a little bit just to give you a good pan of the kitchen. So the cabinet's not quite going all the way up to the ceiling, so if you wanted to do a little decorating up there, you could. And then you've got your wolf range. Nice pot filler. And then this massive range hood. And then on either side, all right, what do we got? It's like rolling the dice. So you've got utensil drawer. Show me the money. Just kidding. What is that thing? Is that for pans? I've never seen anything like this before, y'all. What are you? Rev a shelf. I'm gonna have to look that up. If you've seen this before, let me know. I don't have a clue. And then, all right, I just noticed this as well. Are you ready? I didn't even know it was here. I didn't even turn on the lights, y'all. Oh, man. Oh, wrong lights. Oh, caught me off guard. This, yes, please. That's like the perfect hidden pantry. So beautiful scullery we've got happening right here. I love that light fixture. Oh, y'all, I'm happy. All right, so we had the wolf out in the kitchen. And in here, they've got the Frigidaire oven. Oh, that's perfect. I love these countertops. And then there's kind of like a little side porch area over here that these windows look out into. You've got your wash basin. Did I already say panelized dishwasher? We've got another one. Another, ooh, it's a wine fridge. And these look like more like an ice tray, and then that's probably a freezer down there. And then you've got a little bit more counter space. Oh man, that got me excited a little bit. All right, we do have to go to the other side of the kitchen just for a little bit. So you've got like this other doorway, and that leads into this bedroom. So this is the first of the secondary bedrooms. Again, sitting up on the front side of the house. This could be like the guest suite, another office perhaps, right? Not quite as nice as the other one in terms of like windows, but you know, still very nice. You got the single vanity, tons of counter space, cute little sconces on either side of the mirror. And then back behind us, you've got the standalone shower. Couple shower heads. And then the toilet. And around the corner is the closet. Oh man, still. I saw that in the listing it said it had a scullery, right? But when I was walking around turning lights on, I didn't see it, so it just kind of, you know, I just let it go. Didn't even think about it. So, I don't know, I'm still excited about it. But this is kind of your less formal dining room. Maybe like your breakfast kind of nook. You do have, again, access out onto the covered patio. This would probably definitely be, and you're not going to break everything out for the fancy dining room, right? And then beyond that, this door again leads out onto that side porch area. I'll just kind of poke you out here real quick, which is nice because the driveway extends down and past us is the garage. So people would just, you know, if they're parking there, they could come in the side door as opposed to the front door. And then over here, you do have a second set of stairs that leads up to the second floor. We're actually going to take these up in a little bit. They all lead to the same place, but then you've got a little understair storage with a coat rack. And then down here is nice because, all right, so people can enter right there, and then this door right here is actually the garage. Which is nice because in just a second we're going to check out it's like the mudroom. You got another powder room over here, right? So you can just, you've got all the things. All right, out here in the garage, you've got access into the backyard. You've got your single stall, your double stall, a couple tankless water heaters. And you even got a little pole right there, so you know when you've had a couple spicy margaritas, you're not backing into your tankless water heaters. But electric panel, and that is about what I'm seeing. And spicy margs, they'll get you. And then this is that powder room I was talking about. Again, you've got some more fun, moody lights in here on either side of the mirror. Single vanity, and then the toilet. And then into your laundry room. So you've got the wash basin. And then whether this turns into like a little desk space or just folding room, that's nice. And then this is just a blank spot right here because you're gonna have your washer and dryer right next to that. So that'll all be covered, but yet the counter still continues. Then you've got some nice built-ins up above that. All right, from here we'll go ahead and work our way up to the second floor. If you are loving this home, maybe you don't live in and around the Nashville area, well, you can reach out to our good friends over at professionalhomeplans.com. While you won't be able to get this exact home, you can draw inspiration from it, work with their designers, add different things from whether it be this home or all the homes that we've toured all across the country, and just create that perfect dream home for you and your family. And if you can't pull any ideas from this home, well, they do have tons of pre-made plans that you can choose from, and you can work with their designers to kind of tweak those a little to make it your own. Anyway, let them know Timothy sent you. If you want any more information on professionalhomeplans.com, you can find that information down in the description. So up here you've got, looks like a dry bar, mini fridge, some antiqued glass, a couple glass cabinets, not quite going all the way up to the ceiling, but there's a lot of space up here. So this is going to be one of those things where it's like, definitely let me know what you're doing with everything, and I'll make some nice slow pans to give you that opportunity in just a second. So you've got a little storage closet right here. And then we're going to start towards the back of the house in just a moment. But I can see some high top tables up here, right? A little card table maybe, something along those lines. Then down this corridor, you've got another powder room. See, that's why I said the plus, that's already 3 powder rooms. Them half pluses. And this is pretty neat. This is space over the top of the garage. So you've got some stairs that kind of drop down into it. Some more bonus space, right? So turn this into the kids' playroom. Put the pool table up here. Drop a projector screen somewhere. Sky's the limit. Or this could just be like a gym room, right? Tons of space for that. If you're into salsa dancing, right? And then opposite this kind of bar area, we start getting to a lot of the secondary bedrooms that are up here on this floor. After, obviously, we get through this unfinished storage space. Then you also have your second floor laundry room, so stackable washer and dryer. A little bit more counter space up here. And then you've even got like an outlet, so if you wanted to put like a stand-up steamer something along those lines, or your ironing board, right? And then this door leads into some more unfinished storage. Oh, it's got another electric panel up here. Okay, now we can get to some secondary bedrooms. So this is the actual first secondary bedroom up here on the second level, and this is the second that we've seen in the house. Third bedroom overall, though. And it is massive. Tons of space. Then it's got its own private ensuite, which I believe each of the bedrooms do have. So single vanity. Love these counters. It's kind of got like a lip right here too. Then you got the toilet. And then around the corner is, this one's got a shower and tub. And then into the closet. Yeah, so I mean, even though this one wasn't on the list, I was supposed to do another one today, but there were some things that made us not being able to get into that one possible. So unfortunately, we couldn't do it, but not unfortunately, this one was really nice too. So I can't be mad at it. This room right here has got this huge vault. And you've got this nice big light fixture hanging down in the middle. These rooms, y'all, woo, ginormous. Like all the space. I mean, look how big these en-suites are. For secondary bedrooms, goodness gracious. So this is the single vanity, like the counter space on this thing. Ah, goodness, goodness, goodness. I'm in love with it. So you got the closet in here, and then you've got the toilet, just kind of sitting behind a couple partition walls. And then this one also has a shower and tub in it. And all of these tubs are nice and deep. I don't see a brand name on them anywhere. Or I'd tell you. Because I like them. And then further down the hall, so we've got some attic access. A linen closet. And then this is that other set of stairs over by the foyer. So this is where it would come up to. And then this is the fifth bedroom overall. I think all three of these bedrooms up here are the same size. And this one's fun. It's got like a little, oh, this is the really big one. I remember this one when I turned the lights on. Don't wait until you see this thing. Oh man. So this one's got a tub. All three of these secondary ones have had tubs. But check out this. Look at all this space. You can get in here and do some yoga and stuff. Oh. I mean, you'd probably put a couple more cabinets, some art, some decoration, stuff like that, right, up here. But again, more like a lot of counter space. I love the outlets, how they're kind of coming out of the wall. I think that looks really good. And then you also have this linen closet. Then at the end of the hall, you've got like this study area, which is pretty neat. So like maybe like a little library, right? It's a little media center for the kids, something along those lines. And then this little door leads to some more storage space. And then of course you've got the stairs going back down into the main level. All right, what's going on everyone? Welcome back. Today we're in Nashville, Tennessee, and we're getting ready to check out another beautiful home from Hidden Valley Homes. So let me turn you around. I'll tell you all about it. All right, y'all, say hello to another beautiful home from Hidden Valley Homes. This is 1373 Duncan Wood Court. Check this thing out. It has a beautiful motor court right here. I love that. You've got these sconces, these gas sconces on either side, just kind of watching over your home. And of course the exterior is done up in a combination of some beautiful brick as well as board and batten. But inside you're going to find 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms. You've got this 3-car garage right here, and all of that sits inside of 7,222 square feet. Now I had to walk through this home and turn on the lights a little bit, and whew, it is gorgeous, just like the last one. If you are interested in this home, it is currently listed at $3,249,900. But with that, let's get inside and see what all we can find. All right, here we go. I hope y'all are ready for this one. This one is another absolutely beautiful home, but this is the views that you are greeted with when you do first walk in. You've got this really nice wine shrine right there, views into the great room, and you can already see those exposed trusses. I love it. But before we get into all of that, I'll go ahead and turn you around real quick. Let you check out this entryway. So you have these 2 great big beautiful glass doors right here looking out into the motor court. You've got a couple nice light fixtures hanging down in the middle of the foyer as well. Then from there, just to the left-hand side, you've got the office with just like this wall of glass. Love that. Looks really nice. And then, you know, we've seen some of this stuff in the last home from Hidden Valley Homes that we did in their office. They had these beautiful arched built-ins, which, y'all, I am digging. I'm so in love with. But beautiful color, kind of like a dark sagey color. And then the office itself, it's just got this really nice mood to it with this light fixture right here giving off like this amber colored light. Love that. Get over here and let you check everything out from this angle. Yeah, so got here. There's actually some realtors that are going to be filming today as well. So that's fun, having to kind of shimmy and shift between each other. But anyway, at the end of the foyer, you do have, of course, the great room. I love these exposed beams going all the way down into the kitchen. Oh my goodness, love it. So you have a great big light fixture. Again, keeping with that arched theme in the built-ins, right? And those, they go pretty high up, not quite all the way up to the ceiling, but they're up there. And then you have the gas fireplace with the beautiful surround, kind of like a stucco surround, which looks really good. And then let me get you over here in this corner so you can kind of get a view of everything. So there are sliding glass doors out onto the back deck, which we will get out there in a little bit from another space. We're actually going to swoop down here real quick before we get into the kitchen. So kind of in between the kitchen and the living room, you do have this bar area with the raised bar on this side. And then inside of it, you have tons of counter space, a whole bunch of lowers, and then some open shelves, your wash basin, little mini fridge, and then let's see if this is unlocked. Yes. Then you also have a temperature-controlled wine room. Let's check this out, just gorgeous. And then your views from here into the, if you like playing bartender, right? This is gonna be what you're looking at while you're pouring some beverages, some spicy margs, you know what I mean? And then this door right in front of us leads out into the garage. So we're kind of in like the mudroom, laundry room areas. So to the left-hand side as we're working our way down, you've got the whole tree. With, again, keeping that nice sagey color. And I think they're gonna do that pretty much throughout the home. But it looks really good with like this natural colored wood, right? And then I believe this is a coat closet. And then just beyond that is a powder room. So you got the single pendant light hanging down over the top of your floating vanity. And then the toilet. And I like this, kind of like a darker green, like fish scaly looking kind of pattern. Then on the opposite side, you've got the barn door that opens up into your laundry room. So you've got washer dryer hookups and then tons of counter space so you can do all the folding and stuff, which is really nice. Another wash basin. Soft close, and then some great big windows looking out into the front of the house. And let's see. So this is, a 3-stall garage. This is one of those moments where I'm gonna have to go back and redo the intro. Looking at it, it looked like a 4-car garage when I was doing my prep work, but I just quickly glanced at it. Whoopsies. But in here, it looks like you've got 2 water heaters, one big old stand-up one, and then a tankless one. And then you also have your electric panel. But that's about all I'm seeing out in the garage. All right, now it's time to get into this kitchen. Y'all, now as we are walking through this home, right, let me know what you like, what you might want to change or rearrange if you were to make this home yours. Drop that down in the comments, would love to hear it. But we will start right here on the first of the 2 islands. And this one has waterfall edges on either side, plenty of seating space. It kind of looks like, let's see if I can get up under here. It's probably not. The last house tricked me. Oh yeah, but it's got some storage on the front side. There you go, that's nice. And then some great big oversized pendant lights on both this one as well as the one back behind it. And I like this because you can put even more seats on this side with the lip, but it also has storage going all the way down this side as well. And then along the back island, This is going to be like your prep island, right? You have tons of pot and pan drawers. Like there's a lot of storage in here. Yo, get a load of that. I know I'm just seeing it right now. But you see how the backsplash just kind of wraps up to the range hood? Oh man, that is beautiful. But on this side of the island, looks like you've got a trash can drawer. Your undermount sink, the beautiful faucet, looking back out into the great room. Then you've got the panelized refrigerator. And then along this wall, you've got the built-in microwave. And this looks like an appliance garage. Nope, just kidding. Just like a little cupboard. It looks like it though, with like the counter right here. Anyway, then you've got the panelized refrigerator. And these cabinets, they're built in, so you don't have to worry about any dusting or anything, which is super nice. And then next to that, you have your scullery. So another dishwasher. Then you have your sink looking out into your side yard. That kind of wraps around, a little bit of open shelving. The refrigerator. And then all of this open shelving for storage, which is nice. It's like just a gigantic corner pantry. And then along the back wall, no uppers at all. Just clean and crisp looking. I love, you've got like a header with some stacked stone up above that. I think that looks fantastic. Y'all, I'm salivating a little bit. But on either side, you've got your utensil rack, little spot to shove the knives down in there. The stainless range. Again, this beautiful like stucco range hood, and then these cool, there's 3 little accent lights on either side. I don't know if you saw those. They're like little orbs, which look pretty neat. And then on this side is just your normal utensil rack. But I love this. This detail right here is just fantastic. And then beyond the kitchen area, you enter into the dining room. So you've got like this reverse tray. It's almost like a floating ceiling. It's like this nice wood color. Kind of matches the floor, not quite. Great big light fixture. Tons of space in here. Kind of bring out your own personality if you wanted to. Tons of windows, just letting in all of this really beautiful natural light. And then you also have access from right here in the dining room out onto this back covered deck. So again, you can access it from here, or you can access it from the living room. Looks like you can also access it from the master bedroom, which we'll get to in just a little bit. So you've got your grill. I love that they kept the brick back here. That just looks really sharp. You know, and you can decorate it a number of ways. But then you also have an outside gas fireplace. Again, with this brick going all the way up to the ceiling. Nice big rustic mantle. And then I believe it's a walkout basement. There was a couple of us turning on lights, so I really didn't. Oh yeah, look, there's a little fire pit over there too. Well, that's nice. I'm going to be excited to get down there. Oh, and this looks like a little spot for maybe a mini fridge. There's a little outlet over here on the left-hand side. But then from there, we'll go ahead and work our way to the opposite side of the foyer back through the living room. So this is where you're going to find the stairwell both up to the top floor as well as down into the basement and the master suite. And then this little corridor. So we're going to go down here first and then we'll work our way back. So this is kind of the other side of the motor court, kind of sitting up towards the front of the house. This might be like your guest suite or something along those lines. Got a great big light fixture in here. And then look at the baseboards, they're huge. And then the big windows looking out into the motor court. Then you also have a pocket door, which opens up into the ensuite. You've got the single vanity. 3 little pendant lights. You put your mirror right here. Your linen cabinet. Then you've got the toilet. And then back behind us is the standalone shower. Tile just going all the way up to the ceiling. And then into the closet. So a lot of storage space. Kind of neat. It gives the house like a courtyardy feel. Right? And then back over here on the opposite side of the hall, we've got a coat closet. And then into the master bedroom. So great big oversized light fixture hanging down nice and low. Still tall enough where I'm not bonking my head on it though, so that's good. Then you have the tray ceiling with the exposed beams, private access out onto that back deck, and then some more great big windows. Definitely has a nice feel to it. Then you've got the double doors opening up into the ensuite, which is beautiful. I love it. So as soon as you enter in here, you do have a linen closet. And then the first of the 2 vanities. So you got the fun little sconces on either side of it. The vanity is floating. Look at this. Like scalloped trim. That looks really neat. Another big old kind of a lantern light fixture. And then around the corner, this is the first of the 2 closets. The water closet. And then you have this great big, oh man, check this out. There's 2 you got opposing water closets. Oh, that's so fun. You need to run a string through there and play telephone with your significant other. Yeah, that's probably weird, but it's fun. Anyway, that's pretty neat. Two water closets. Love that. I get his and hers. And then on this side, kind of separated by the shower, which is different. We'll get to the shower in just a second. You have the second vanity. This one's got a makeup vanity. Probably put yourself another mirror right there. Some lights, right? And then you've got the sconces over here as well. Super neat. And then into the shower, you've got the bench in the back. Kind of some more scalloped tile going all the way up to the ceiling. You've got the removable shower head, and then you just have like this great big shower head right there. And I didn't point this out, but it is also 0 threshold. I don't know why it is, but the opposing toilets got me a little excited. That's funny. Anyway, this is the second closet. This one's a little bit bigger. Got the full-length mirror in here. Tons of space. All right, so that's everything on the main level. We'll go ahead. We're going to start upstairs, so I don't have to walk up like 2 flights of stairs. But there are more bedrooms up there. So we only had 2 on the main level. And then there are a few more up here. So as soon as we get up to the top, we're going to be walking through these rooms together. I did get the floor plan for it, but what each room is, I have no idea. So this looks like a little media room. Maybe another office. I don't see any closets, so let me know what you're using this bedroom for. And then we'll go ahead and start on this side, work our way down this hall. So you've got a powder room with a single vanity and the toilet. And then on the opposite side of that, you have an upstairs laundry room. So stackable washer and dryer right here, tucked away from everything. And then this looks like another suite. So you've got this door right here, which kind of shuts it off from everything. You've got the ensuite. Single vanity, tons of counter space, the toilet, and then into this shower, kind of like a grotto-y feeling shower, just enclosed with the blue tile. You've got another bench. And then on the opposite side is its closet. Now this one also has 2 closets, which is interesting. So this is the first of the 2. And you've got crawl space. And then into the bedroom. Now maybe if you've got like children, like younger kids that are close to the same age, maybe they're living in the same room or something like that. Or one kid that just has a tremendous amount of clothes. Then they could utilize both of these closets. So this is the second closet. And its crawl space. This one actually looks like you could throw some storage stuff in there because it's got the plywood in there, as opposed to just the insulation. And then on the opposite side, you have access up into the attic. You've got a little sconce right here. And then this shiplapping, which you see this right here? I don't know if it's for a painting. It looks like it opens like a panel, but it could just be like access to something, like you could pull it down and then you'd have to put it back up. There's no hinges on it, but you know, my mind was running like a secret passage to somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the second bedroom up here. This one's a lot bigger. You've got this nice big chandelier hanging down in the middle of the room, board and batten accent wall. Another great big window looking out into the front of the home. Ooh, and then this one's got some unfinished space up here for a little bit of extra storage. This would be, I think, going out over the top of the garage. And then into its closet. And ensuite. Look at the counter space on that thing. Ooh. So a couple sconces, then you've got the toilet, and this one has a tub. So you've got the tile going all the way up to the ceiling, and then you've got this nice big tub right here. Love that. Now we'll go ahead and work our way all the way down into the lower level. If you are loving this home, maybe you don't live in and around the Nashville area, well, you can reach out to our good friends over at professionalhomeplans.com. While you can't build this exact home, you can draw some inspiration from it or any of the homes that we tour all across the country. You can work with their designers to build that perfect dream home for you and your family. Or if you can't find any inspiration from this or any of the other homes, they have pre-designed plans that you can choose from, and then you can tweak those to make them the perfect dream home. And once you get done with that, you can reach out to me and tell me all about the different choices you went with for your home. I'd love to hear about it, maybe even come and tour it. If you want any more information on professionalhomeplans.com, you can find that link right down in the description. All right. So all the way down here on the lower level, there are a few more things happening. So as soon as we get down here, this bathroom right here is connected to the main common spaces as well as a bedroom. So you've got the single vanity with tons of counter space, a couple nice little sconces. It's a little darker down here in terms of color palettes, a little moodier. And then you also have the water closet. So you've got a little linen closet in here. The toilet, I say darker, and then we hop into the shower and it's got like this lighter tile to it. So whatever, you know what I mean. And then this just kind of wraps around into this bedroom. So this is the closet for the bedroom, which is outside of the bathroom. Some nice built-ins. And then into the bedroom. So another board and batten accent wall. Nice big windows looking out into the backyard. And then it looks like you've got, this is access out onto the back patio of the walkout basement. Ooh, I didn't even notice that. You've got the tray ceiling, like a nice deep tray, which looks really good. Then down the hall, a little understairs storage. Oh, I wonder if that was the only access point onto that walkout basement area. But this is your mechanical room. So you've got the furnaces in here. There's an electric panel back behind us. Looks like some AV security stuff. Access into the crawl space. And then you have your sump pump as well. And then into the lower bar area. So let me know definitely what you're doing down here. Just with the layout and everything. I'll turn you around real quick. Man, so I guess you have private access from that one bedroom downstairs, which is pretty neat. But there is a wall jack right there, so you could put a TV if you wanted to. But tons of space, and then the windows. Looking out into the patio, you've got another gas fireplace. Kind of set up the same way as the one upstairs was. Oh no, there is a door over here. All right, we'll get out there in just a second. Y'all scared me. I was like, man, we gotta go all the way back. But then down here you've got, like I said, the bar area with this island, plenty of space for some stools, beautiful black countertops. Oh, you can put stools on both sides. That's nice. And then along the back wall, of course, you've got your bar area with your wash basin. Look at this, like a 3D backsplash, just kind of pops a little bit. Then there's some space to put a refrigerator down here as well. And then this could be like your card room, sitting area, cigar lounge, wine room, tasting room. Like the sky is the limit. I want to go see where that, where you got to walk down to get to that outdoor. Oh, I see this. I see it now. It all coming back to me now. Anyway, this is your outdoor fireplace down here on the lower level. Like I said, kind of the same situation. You got some big old ceiling fans down here, a couple beams. Maybe you could put some screens down here, right? And then put like a little screen door right here, so you don't have to worry about the bugs and stuff. And then this little walkway just kind of wraps around a little bit to this outdoor fireplace. I wonder if it's gas or actual like wood burning. That'll be a question. What do you think? I think it's set up possibly for gas. Anyway, today we're in Huntertown, Indiana, and we're getting ready to check out a spectacular new home from a brand new builder. This one I think you guys are really, really gonna like. So let me turn you around. I'll tell you all about it. It's here. Let's see, I think we gotta hit the call button again. There we go. Oh man. Let's see, where's everything at? We wanna go to, I gotta shut this door. Gotta shut this. All right, y'all, say hello to this beautiful home right here. Now, walking up to it, I did not expect to find what I did inside, and ooh, I am excited about it. With that, say hello to the Monaco from Granite Ridge Builders. This is an all-new builder for us, and I'm excited about it. I was actually told about this home earlier this morning, so I wasn't quite sure if we were going to be able to tour it, and yet here we are. So inside you are going to find 5 bedrooms, 7.5 bathrooms. There's a motor court around to the left-hand side of the home that has a 5-car garage, and all of this sits inside of 9,326 square feet. So beautiful entryway right here. You've got the brick front patio that kind of wraps around to the side, and then this nice big chandelier as you walk up to the double front doors. Now, if you are interested in this home, it would be approximately $3.7 million. But with that, let's get inside and see what all we can find. All right, here we go. I hope you guys are so ready for this one. I know I am. Just so many of the rooms in this home I just love them. Just tons of ideas. But this is the view that you are greeted with as soon as you walk in. You have this massive back porch or deck looking out into almost an 1.5 acre lot, which is absolutely spectacular. But before we dive into all of that, let me turn you around, check out this front entryway. So you've got the double doors right here, and then you've got like this little bench, hall tree-ish thing that just looks like an absolute piece of art. Spectacular. Nice big light fixture hanging down over the foyer as well. And then from there, we're gonna dive into it. So to the left-hand side, just as soon as you walk in, you are greeted by this beautiful office space. I mean, just check this thing out. I think the ceilings are probably my favorite part, but you do have double pocket doors with this really nice glass pane that opens up into the office itself. And I love how they kept the same color and then they just broke it up a little bit with the ceiling accents. I think that is really neat. But tons of built-ins in here. You've got the windows looking out into the front yard. And then just a really nice color, almost like a blue-green color, right? So you can access the hallway back here, which ultimately leads to the kitchen from this other set of pocket doors. But we're going to stick out here through the foyer. Again, this is the hallway going back down to the other office space. But we'll go ahead and dive into this living room. How beautiful is this? So vaulted ceiling, exposed trusses, nice big chandelier. You've got the stacked stone fireplace surround going all the way up to the ceiling. Huge window array letting in tons and tons of light. And I love these built-ins. They're just immense with all the accent lights. They look really good. Now I'm going to give you a quick pan back into the kitchen space, but we're going to get into the kitchen in a little bit. We're going to stick to this side of the house before we ultimately dive into the kitchen. But beautiful fireplace around. I love the hearth. Kind of a small mantle. It is there here around the insert. And then just off of that, kind of right off of the foyer as well, you do have a coat closet. And then from there, this whole side of the home is going to be master suite. So the first thing that we come to is, of course, this bedroom. And y'all, I am in love with this thing. Oh, just the decorating, you know. I think it looks awesome. The layout, it's got like its own sitting room. Very cool. Again, you've got some ceiling accents. I want to be able to show off all the angles. So this is the third home on this trip as we kind of make our way to Idaho, which I've never been to, but I've mentioned it before. I've only ever toured one other home up here towards Fort Wayne, and it has led me back. And I'm telling you what, right now, I have not been disappointed. Every one of these homes that we've toured today has been spectacular. But I love this room right here, just kind of like a garden-esque room, like a cool, cozy little reading nook, an after or evening retreat, you know what I mean? After the kids go to bed, I could just see me and Jen sitting over there in that little sitting room and hanging out. But then on the opposite side, of course, you've got this spa bath. So you've got the double vanity with the vessel sinks, little makeup vanity in the middle. You do have heated floors in here, so all these tiles are heated, which is super nice. Then you've got the smart toilet in here as well. A coffee bar? What? Who doesn't want a coffee bar when they wake up and like just, you get in the steam shower, you grab yourself some coffee? Not me, I wouldn't do that, but I don't like coffee. But I would definitely hop in this steam shower. So you got some jets. You got the little steam thing. You've got a bench. Very cool. Now, if you haven't already, do hit the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. We tour tons of homes all across the country. This just happens to be one of them. So if you are digging this home or if you've dug any home that we've ever toured on the channel, do me a favor. Do me a solid and just hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean the world to me. And with that, check out this closet space. Just like, I don't know. I love that they put all the clothes in here. Just makes it like like it feels lived in, right? But you've got the washer dryer in here, and then you also have a steamer in here as well. In the middle is, of course, this dresser. Now, in terms of laundry, what was there, like 4 different laundry spaces throughout the home, which is crazy. You've got a little pop-up outlet thing. Very cool. Now, there's just tons of these rooms that you walk into and you're like, oh my gosh, I need that in my life. But let's see, where do we want to go now? We will hop over here into the kitchen. I guess this is where we will start. So, island, waterfall edges on either end. You've got some nice light fixtures hanging down over the top of it. It does look like there is some storage, but I'm going to do something new. I'm not going to open it, but there is storage up underneath of the island. I know y'all don't pass out or nothing, right? It'll be fine. We'll get into the next ones. But panelized refrigerator. And then you have 1 microwave, 1 oven, and then 2 ovens. So 3 ovens overall. You've got the pot filler. They took the counters, kind of wrapped them up into the backsplash. You have this brass range hood, which looks really good and matches your sconces on either side. I know I didn't show the front side of the island yet. We'll get to it. But then you also have some beautiful glass pane cabinets as well. And we cannot forget the spice rack. And on this side of the range is your utensil drawer. Now, when I say this home has everything, I mean this home has absolutely everything. Like, I would say that this is a dream home for sure. But you have a trash can drawer right here. You have an ice maker right here. What? And then your undermount sink looking back out into this beautiful living room. And then, of course, your dishwasher. Then from there are tons of things happening. I guess, man, we'll go ahead and do this just to show you, because there's another way to access this. What? So you have a whole secondary chef's kitchen, butler's pantry, messy kitchen, whatever you want to call it. You've got the Melee espresso machine with another little coffee bar, tons of built-ins on this back side. And then you have your secondary range, built-in microwave, dishwasher, another sink looking back out onto the patio space, and then up at the front is a refrigerator. Like, I'm excited. Anyway, you got some storage in here as well. And if all of this wasn't cool enough, right? Because this is a gorgeous pantry. This door right here leads out into the garage. You open up the garage door and bam, you're in the pantry, right? But we'll get out into the garage in just a little bit. There are 2 separate stalls, and there's another way to access that one as well. I just want to, we'll kind of keep with this flow a little bit. But just on the other side of your kitchen space, you do have your dining room. Again, tons of windows kind of surrounding the space. And then we'll step out onto the back patio in just a second. I do want to hop into this sitting room right here, which has this wet bar. But every room you move into has a different feeling almost. It goes from like bright and airy to dark and moody, which, you know, I feel like just depending on the day, right, could determine where you're wanting to hang out in your house, which I can get down with, right? Because not every day is the same, so why would I want to hang out, you know, in different, I don't know. Hopefully you're picking up what I'm putting down, but just kind of how I feel. Anyway, From there, we'll go ahead and step out here onto this back deck area, and it is massive. You got the huge vaulted ceiling, massive trusses, another outdoor eating space, and then you have your whole outdoor kitchen with the grill. You've got the fireplace, stone going all the way up to the ceiling, your griddle, and then a prep sink as well. So what are y'all thinking so far? I know we haven't really made it too far in the home, and we've already seen so much. But what do you like? Is there anything you'd like to change or rearrange if this home was to be yours? And then you just have massive amounts of deck space out here so you can take in your estate, right? Looks like they've even got a pickleball court down there, a little fire pit, and we'll get all down there in just a little bit to scope everything out. But just quick little preview, you know what I mean? Anyway, we'll go ahead and hop back inside. And y'all, the day has come. This home does have an elevator, right? And I'm gonna ride it because there's someone here to save me should I not come out alive. Anyway, so this, I'm gonna show you this, let's see. I'm going to show it to you on this level, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to ride it down. I'll call it once we get up top, and I'll actually do it. I shut the door this time. It's going to happen, but we're going to ride it down to the basement. Anyway, on this side of the home, you have stairs down to the lower level as well as up to the upper levels. And then this is kind of like your mudroom area. You've got a little powder bath over here with a single vanity. Kind of a fun wallpaper, and then the toilet. And then you also have your hall tree and a little bench. Now, this is the same garage space that we saw from the pantry area, okay? So that's the door right there. Tons of stuff happening in here as well. So you've got your pet wash station with some funky tile and some storage. And then there's just a lot of storage everywhere. So this door right here leads into the pantry. You've got another wash basin. This door goes out onto the back patio. And then you have your electric panel, kind of workshop area with all of this storage, EV hookup. And then this is the double stall. And it has that liftless system for the garage door. I don't know what it's called, but anyway. And then you also have this pass-through garage stall as well. So there's a door on this end and a door on the opposite end. So maybe you wanted to put a gym over here or something. You wanted to work outside. You know what I mean? Like do a workout, but be outside at the same time. You could do that. And then there's also another stall that we'll get to in just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and hop up here. This has some storage space up above this garage stall. Now, I haven't been up here yet, so I don't know what all is up here. Looks like just storage. But you could do some stuff up here as well, right? Turn this into something, maybe like a hobby room, or keep it as storage. You let me know down in the comments. But tons of space. And it's got the automatic lights, which also brings me to the home is on a whole smart system for all of my, AV geeks out there. I don't know what you would actually call it or the proper term, but you can hit like a single button and it turns out all the lights, which is super nice. And I'm fairly certain that you can do that from your phone as well. Anyway, around the corner, you have a coat closet. And then into the second laundry room. So this one's fun. It's got like some pink shiplap in here. this beautiful herringbone brick pattern on the floor. You've got washer dryer hookups, cabinets going all the way up to the ceiling. Nice undermount sink. Smells amazing, like a nice laundry room. And then you've got like a little pocket desk in here as well. Let's see, let's open some stuff. We've been a little lax in this tour in terms of opening things, I think. And then out into this garage, which again also has EV hookup. You've got another electric panel out here, some attic access. And then I think the only other cool thing out here is, so this door right here can also access the elevator. So if you came in and you needed to go upstairs or downstairs or whatever the case may be, straight from the garage, you could do that instead of coming in here to the main level. All right, so from here, we'll go ahead and work our way upstairs. And I have not been upstairs at all yet. So we'll be doing this part together. Got a little carpet. You've got some lighting up underneath of the handrails, which is pretty neat. It's not like the accent lights on the floor. They're actually up underneath of the handrail. All right, so while there are 4 levels to this home, the elevator doesn't go up to the 4th floor. So we're going to go ahead and call it up here. That way it is ready to go when we're ready to take it down. But this is the 2nd bedroom overall. So this is going to be the first secondary bedroom in the home. The dang ring's got like a mind of its own. Ooh, automatic lights in the step in. And then into its ensuite. So you've got the single vanity, tons of counter space, sconces on either side, and then you have the shower and tub insert with the frosted glass door. Now this tub is super wide though. And then what are you? This looks like just a utility room. Looks like it. So you've got a furnace or hot water. Is that water heater? Yeah, water heater. But that's cool because you got like the robot vacuum, little storage space for it. That's so handy. Ours sits in our living room. And it's just like there. But here's the laundry room. Do you have automatic lights? Yes. Very nice. So another stackable washer and dryer, some counter space. Again, cabinets going all the way up to the ceiling. Got some open shelves down on the bottom. And then next to that, you have an ensuite with double vanity. And then all the way at the back, you have another shower and tub insert. Man, they're like jacuzzi tubs though. They're super wide. And they got like the little backrest back there. And then you've got the toilet. And then this is probably a linen closet. Yeah. And then on the opposite side, this is the 2nd secondary bedroom. Cute little nursery. And then check out its closet. More automatic lights. Obviously, they're probably all going to have that, but I don't think I've ever seen it in like a step-in. Anyway, then you've got a vestibule that kind of connects this corridor to the next part of the home. You have views down into your foyer. And then I guess there's just a room over here. So you've got a furnace. And then into the room itself. So this is the third room over here. And then into its closet. That one tried to fake me out a little bit. Attic access. And then this is the first like walk-in in the secondary closet that we've seen. All right, now before we hop into this elevator, we're gonna go and take a little walk up to the 4th floor, which is up this way. It sounds like there's a TV on up here, but it just kind of wraps around and you've just got like this giant playroom. What? Check this out. What type of game room is this? Anyway, you've got, it's like a nursery room up here. So you've got like this Dutch door, and then it just kind of opens up into this like fun zone of awesomeness. Oh my goodness. Look at all of this. You got the slide. Little tree just kind of wraps around a little bit. I'm jealous. My childhood was a sham. I'm just kidding. Where was it in my house? Anyway, you also have a bathroom up here, single vanity toilet, and then a shower, standalone shower. And then its linen closet. I wasn't expecting this at all. I know there's some homes that we're going to be touring on this trip that have some pretty sweet basements. But this is cool. So you got like a little day bench. I wonder if there's storage over here. No. All right. I'm going to try not to swing you around too much. There's just a lot happening. Well, yeah, think about this. I've never seen anything like this before. But like a little bar area, a little craft zone. And then another storage closet. I think I'm most fun about like the block pit. I think that's just cool. All right. The time has come to hop down into this elevator. I'm a little nervous. I'm telling you the truth. Like, I've ridden elevators, right? But I've never a home elevator. I'm sure it'll be fine, but we're going to do it. All right, it's here. Let's see. I think we got to hit the call button again. There we go. Oh, man. Let's see. Where's everything at? We want to go to, I gotta shut this door. I gotta shut this. All right, we're locked in. Now we want to go to 1, I think. All right, we're locked. I'm holding on. Have y'all ridden in one of these things before? Just like in a house? I feel like it's different in a hotel because they actually have people that like maintain them all the time. I'm sure that, you know, I wonder how much it would cost to maintain like an in-house elevator. It does have a phone, like a phone in here though, so that's nice. Max weight 950. Whew, under the weight for that one. But it's nice and spacious in here. Like if you had mobility issues and stuff like that, if you had to fit a wheelchair or something in here, you could definitely do that. Let's see. Did we make it? Oh, yeah. All right, well, I can check that one off of my bucket list. All right, we're gonna start over here before I reveal like all of the rest of the basement. So there's automatic lights in all of these rooms, so kind of annoying for filming because I don't know what to expect when I go into it and then it just flashes you in the face. But it's all right. This is, what is this, the third laundry room? I like this one because it's got some folding space. Ooh, a Chick-fil-A sauce. Mm. And then on the opposite side, you've got another storage area. You've got an electric panel, your AV stuff. Y'all just wait until you see this this speakeasy and this wine shrine down here. Oh my goodness. This is probably the coolest wine room we've ever seen on the channel. And I'm talking, we've toured humongous homes, and this one by far has the coolest. So, pretty sweet mechanical room. All clean and crisp looking. Finished floors. What? These water heaters. Gee whiz. All right. So down here in the basement, you've got tons of things happening. I guess we'll start right here with this bar. So you've got this beautiful live edge bar with kind of like some wood, oak, something like shiplap on the bottom. Super cool looking. You've got some exposed beams and then a full kitchen. So this is what, your third full kitchen. And then if you want to count like the outdoor kitchen, fourth kitchen. So you've got dishwasher, the cafe appliances. I think that's all down here, which I love the cafe appliances. Jen likes the white ones with like the brass accents. But then you've got the undermount sink looking back out into the party room essentially. And then the trash can drawer. And then back behind us, let's see. I haven't opened up hardly anything down here at all. Little candy cupboard. Range hood, some open shelves on either side. And then of course your refrigerator. And then into, what would you call this? The lounge, right? Definitely watching some games down here for sure. But you got this huge entertainment center. You've got the gas fireplace. Nice big mantle. Kind of a cool bead surround. And then you've got views out onto your walkout back patio. And then this, I need this in my future home for sure. I love this thing. So this is your speakeasy. You've got the wet bar over here to the left-hand side with like some pipe shelving, which is super cool, with like that industrial looking vibe. Kind of like some rust colors in the countertops. You got your prep sink, beverage refrigerator, tiled ceiling, and then of course you've got some seating space with, check out these sconces, with like the antler light bulbs, which is super cool. You have your refrigerated actual wine shrine, right? Super nice. Looks like you can hold tons of bottles in here. And then this right here is an actual safe door. It's been disabled as part of the parade, but the vault door actually works. But that opens up into this spectacular tasting room. Now, this isn't just a tasting room. This is surrounded in thick concrete and also dubs as your safe room, right? So in the event of a storm, you can come down here, you know, and what better place would you rather be? But you also have tons of storage in here for wine. You've got 2 refrigerators. And I just love this thing. Like, we've never seen anything on this scale. And we've seen some cool ones. I've seen some cool tasting rooms, right? Some cool cellars. But this one tickles my fancy. It's probably definitely the biggest one that we've seen by far. And then it also has like this dry storage space, which I think ultimately is an extension of the safe room. Just like that side's the party, we're gonna get through it. And then this side is the actual like safe room with all the cameras and stuff like that. I just like the idea of the vault door, right? One, security purposes, because if you've got that much wine, that's a big investment, you know what I mean? So if anything ever happens, it's stored. Anyway, this is part of the wellness corridor. So you have, this is going to be like your spa with full shower. You do have single vanity with a beautiful sink bowl. Then back behind us, you have the sauna. And then once you get done with the sauna, you're done sweating, you can come over here and hop into this shower. So you've got a great big rainfall shower head in here as well. And then the toilet. And then we have the gym room. Ooh, I didn't even see that. Little water bottle filler. And then into the golf simulator room. With kind of another little bar space. So super fun. And this thing just keeps going because there's more to see. This is, so far, this is the biggest home that I've toured here on this trip. Granted, it's only the 3rd one, but it is definitely the largest one so far. Okay, let's stick over here real quick. So this set of stairs will take you back up to kind of that mudroom space with this main level, right? So that would be the stairs if you were to take the stairs. And then you have this powder room, or I guess it's a full bathroom. Single vanity, some kind of fun wallpaper, toilet, and then the shower and tub. And then across the hall, this is storage. And then this would be like the junior suite or the secondary master suite down here in the basement. And thus, probably the reason that there's an elevator in that one garage, right? So maybe you have a family member or something like that, parents, relatives, whatever, that need to live with you, right? They can just pull into their own garage stall, grab the elevator down here, and it's like they have their own apartment. So everything that we've seen in terms of all the fun stuff, it could still be fun stuff, but at the same time, it could be utilized for other things, right? So as we have been walking through this home, just because you see something doesn't necessarily mean that's the way it has to be, because a lot of these homes are all custom that we tour, right? They are completely one-offs, and shoot, there's some builders that we tour, they never build the same home twice. So just keep that in mind. If you see an idea that you like, that's what you need to take away from these tours. And then you can incorporate that ultimately into your own future home. But I think this is another automatic light. Yeah. So see, ultimately that could be like a living room, kitchen, and then dining room space over here if you wanted it to be. And then we will step out onto this back patio because this looks like the entertainer's dream. So you've got a pizza oven. Looks like it's got the built-in gas connection, which is super cool. More, oh, that's a kegerator right there. And then just more entertaining space. Secondary gas fireplace. And then check this out. So would you live here? Yes or no? I would. I would want a little bit more property, right? Take me off my farm and then shove me on an acre and a half. It's gonna be a little tight, but I could definitely do this. You've got like this jacuzzi pool over here. What? Very nice. And then a little fire pit and of course the pickleball court. All right. Today we're in Eagle, Idaho, and we're getting ready to check out a magnificent new home from Highland Homes. Y'all, this thing is absolutely incredible. So let me turn you around. I'll tell you all about it. All right, y'all, I hope y'all are ready for this one right here. This is the largest home in the Boise Parade of Homes, period. Like, this thing is just absolutely incredible. This is the Creekside from Highland Homes. Just get a load of the exterior of this home. And this is just the front side, like basically hidden. The back side is like the coolest part with some spectacular views. But you got a little stucco, little stone, and then this beautiful natural wood here on the front side of the home. Now inside you are gonna find 5 bedrooms, 6.5 bathrooms, and then around the corner over here, you have a 5-car garage plus an RV stall, which is absolutely epic. And all of this sits inside of, wait for it, 13,704 square feet. Now, this home is already sold, but if you were to purchase something similar to it and on a similar lot size, it does sit on approximately 5 acres, you can expect to pay in between $7 and $8 million. But with that, let's get inside and see what all we can find. Alrighty, y'all, buckle up, prepare yourselves, because there are so many cool things. The master bedroom, an ensuite, the kitchen, like, it is all absolutely spectacular. Now, this is your view. When you do walk through the front door, you have views up towards like a common space, and then of course views out, like, you don't want to miss the mountain views anywhere within this home, and you just have these great big windows that are basically sliding glass doors that can open all the way up. But before we get into it too far and I get too excited and too giddy, let me go ahead and turn you around real quick, and I will show you off this front entryway. So you've got the double doors right here, massive foyer, open to above, big old chandelier, and then just tons of space in here. Like, you can do a number of things in terms of decorating and you know, go crazy. And then just off of that, let me kind of shut, at least semi-shut, one of these doors. So you do have these nice big glass pane doors that open up into this office space that sits up towards the front of the home. So nice, dark, moody color palette in here. You have this huge built-in, kind of like a little coffered ceiling, if that's what it, I would imagine that's what you call that type of ceiling. It looks coffered, right? But just tons of space in here. Though I haven't mentioned it yet. I'll go ahead and tell you. There's a basketball court inside the house. There's a gym room. There's basically, well, the basketball court and the gym kind of double as a pickleball court as well. Just tons of space. And then the outdoor entertaining area is to die for. And everything is centered around these spectacular mountain views. And I'm all about it, right? Anyway, all right. So from there, we're going to transition into the living room and then kind of work our way around. Try and get a good flow through here. And then eventually we'll come back right here where we are right now. So there are 2 sets of stairs in this home. This is the first set, and then there's another set on the back side. And then obviously it opens up into all of your common spaces. So you've got kind of like your main living room area. You have a sitting area back behind that, and then your dining room and kitchen space. And this kitchen back behind us, y'all, it is large. Oh my goodness. Anyway, beautiful fireplace right here with the stone going all the way up to the ceiling. You do have these wooden ceilings throughout this main common space with this exposed beams. So very nice, love that. You have these beautiful built-ins on either side of the fireplace with kind of like some open shelving. And then just like a plaster, almost like a cement, but it's definitely plaster, surround on this really nice big gas insert. And then I'll go ahead and pan you around just from this angle. Y'all get a load of this kitchen. Woo! And if you think the kitchen's big, just wait until you see the pantry. What? Craziness. Anyway, so then you've got this little sitting area just on the inside of this massive sliding glass door. Now we're going to step out onto the back patio, but we're going to do it from the game room because if you just think about it, all of these, and even on the other side of this wall right here, there's another sliding glass door just this size. All of that can open up onto the back patio. So just tons of like entertaining indoor outdoor kind of space. And then you have your dining room. Again, just sitting on the inside. So it looks like they've got a little outside one as well. Some fun little pendant lights hanging down over the top of the table. And then again, they carried the ceilings in here into the dining room and kitchen space. But there is just so much elbow room. Nothing feels like it's on top of each other. I know it's all open to each other, but what I hate the most in homes is when everything just is crammed together, right? I love that breathing room. But anyway, from there, you have this little bar space, right? You've got the waterfall edge, a little inside bar space, and then you have this cafe style window that would open up, and which is really nice and handy because you've got the grill right here. So even if you weren't like serving drinks out of it, you could pass like food back and forth, right, from the grill. But very nice. You got the wine fridge. Almost got like a hammered stainless sink. What? And then we've got a couple different places to go. So I think what we're going to do first is we are going to swing in here. Probably going to jack up all of the flow, but I love this room. Not this closet, this is just the furnace, but this room right here. So this is the master bedroom. And y'all, ooh boy, my goodness. Look at this thing. So you've got the vaulted ceiling with like the shiplapping, nice big oversized chandelier, tons of windows. And then this I love this fireplace more than the fireplace in the living room. Like, look at this thing. It's got like this nice wood surround with the stone, again, going all the way up to the ceiling. It's like farmhouse without being farmhouse, but it definitely is farmhouse. You know, I don't know. But tons of space in here. Love it. You've got these nice hard or wide plank floors running throughout. And then get a load of this. Just off of the master bedroom itself, you have this retreat area. And get a load of this thing. Oh my goodness, nice big vaulted ceiling. And actually the vault in here is a lot steeper than the vault in the bedroom itself. That way that you can like get more views of the sky, right? Just absolutely spectacular. But anyway, this could be literally anything, right? You could turn this into anything you wanted to, whether it be an office, maybe a little gym room, like sky is the limit, little coffee area in the morning time, or just like an evening retreat, right? You've got this nice built-in, nice big light fixture, and then you have your private kind of patio space away from everyone else. Just beautiful. Now, as we are walking through this home, let me know what you like, what you might want to change or rearrange if you were to have this home, right? Or if you were to build something like it. I would love to hear it. And then also do me one favor, because if it wasn't for you guys hitting that subscribe button and watching all of these videos like you are right now, we wouldn't be able to get into homes like this, right? They just wouldn't. They'd be like, who is this little redneck fella in his plaid shirt trying to tour this amazing, gorgeous home that we built? And I'm like, and I don't know. Who am I? But, you know, with you guys, at least we've got the power of y'all kind of behind us, and that definitely helps us get into some of these spectacular homes. So anyway, into the master bathroom. So this thing is a steam shower with built-in Wi-Fi. What? Cool beans. I mean, and it's got like a little like screen right there to operate everything. And then my favorite part is not just this tub, right? But you have towel warming drawers. What? What is that? Right? Look at that. Oh, maybe it's this one down here. Look at that. You put your towel in this thing, it's a wolf towel warmer drawer. Fancy. It's almost like a microwave for your towels. But nice big soaking tub. I've never seen a towel warming drawer before. I've seen the towel warming racks, which, you know, they're okay. I'm not a super fan of how they look. But then you've got double vanity with a little makeup vanity in the middle. And then, of course, heated floors, right? I mean, you're not going to have something like this and not have heated floors. And I can feel the warmth radiating onto my toes. But little water closet. Oh, maybe we're not going to jack up everything. It's not a pass-through closet. That's nice. Whew. Dodged a bullet on that one. Anyway, you got the linen closet, and then it opens up into this massive master closet. So tons of built-ins. Got a steamer, a washer-dryer combo. And then you've got this nice big dresser here in the middle. Very cool. So this is one of my favorite rooms in the whole house. We're going to start working our way over to my other favorite one after we get through the kitchen, which the kitchen is magnificent, but it's the accompanying butler's pantry, the scullery, if you will, is every bit as magnificent. So here in the kitchen, that came out weird. I'm a little excited if you can't tell. I'm a little giddy, right? But so you've got like this eating island, Taj Mahal countertops on both this island as well as the next island and into the backsplash. And it's just a really pretty like kind of countertop. Look at it. It almost looks like a stormy ocean almost, right? Super cool looking. But some nice big oversized light fixtures on the little snack bar. And then on the back side, you have this island. Looks like there's push to open cabinets. Ooh, nice and deep too, like real storage. But beautiful island. And then on this side, look at the size of these drawers. These things are massive. Then you've got the undermount sink. Again, some more nice big pendant lights. And then you have panelized dishwasher and the trash can drawer. And then along the back wall, you have these beautiful glass pane cabinets that stand on either end, and then just tons of cabinets and drawers. And then, of course, your Wolf range with the double ovens. Apparently, this is a new style of Wolf range with the white on it. Normally, we see like the cafe style appliances that are colored, but they said that these are brand new for Wolf, just kind of released. So that's pretty neat. And then you've got this pot filler. And again, they took the countertops, kind of wrapped it up into the backsplash. And then cabinets going all the way up to the ceiling, so you don't have to worry about doing any dusting. And then along this far wall, you have your Sub-Zero refrigerator and freezer, all panelized. And then this nice big kind of buffet space. So beautiful. I mean, this has got to be one of definitely the largest kitchen spaces that I've ever seen. I mean, we've toured some big ones, right? But just in terms of like elbow room and that type of stuff, it's massive. And then get a load of this thing. This is probably my second favorite room beyond the master bedroom. So this is your butler's pantry, and just gorgeous. So you've got the refrigerator, you've got a built-in microwave and another oven, and then just tons of counter space in here. Could you imagine in the holidays when they come rolling around, right? I'm talking, you can just lay the spread out in here, and you don't even have to have it in the kitchen. People can come in here and just start grabbing stuff off the countertop and kind of working their way around before exiting and going to find a cool space outside to sit down, right? Man, I would love it. Anyway, I do love the tile backsplash too. It's kind of like fish scales or mermaid scales. Something along those lines. Beautiful kind of like open shelves with that accent light, and then some more open shelves on either end. You do have another dishwasher and trash can drawer in here. And then look at this. They took the tile and just kind of wrapped it around the windows. Super neat. And then of course here, I'm not even going to try and tell you what that mountain is off into the distance in terms of the name. I know that is their ski resort right there, so you've got views of the ski resort, which is pretty neat. And then all the way up kind of towards the front of the butler's pantry, you've got like a little mini desk space. And then around the corner, you have the two secondary bedrooms. Now, I think there are 4 secondary bedrooms total, but my goodness, get a load of the size of these things. I wouldn't even, this is the size of a master suite for sure. Like just absolutely beautiful. Like I'm salivating, you know. And this is the last home of the day, so it's just like perfect way to end it. You know what I mean? Now I'm going to go home, back to the hotel and just kind of cry in my pillow a little bit. And then when I get home, I'm going to tell Jen, that's it. We're moving. Let's go. I need this thing in my life. 5 acres. I'd be okay with 5 acres. Right? That's a good sized lot. Not too close to anybody. Right? I can go out into my backyard and I don't have to talk to anyone. But into its closet. And then this right here is crawl space access. So the panel just kind of lifts up and you can get up underneath of the house. Quick escape hatch. And then into its ensuite. This one's got the nice deep tub with the shower. Kind of like a scalloped tile too. It's got some ridges in there. And then opposite that room is this room, which again, absolutely gorgeous, super tall ceilings, beautiful light fixture. Could you imagine you're a kid, right? And you get one of these like ginormous bedrooms. I feel like growing up, my bedroom was probably like half this size, which is cool. I'm happy, right? I had a bedroom, which is nice. But like my own bedroom. But anyway, beautiful little sitting area. And then into its closet. It's crazy. I feel like we've only seen half the house so far. Wild, right? Single vanity, toilet, and then this one's got a shower, standalone shower, which is insane. Just the magnitude of this home is crazy. So back to the kitchen area. Then you've got this little hallway that takes you back to the foyer and all of that space. So let's go ahead and cross over. We'll come back this way, and I may have jacked this up too. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. Might be doing a little. No, I think we can do this real quick. All right. So you've got this. Let me go ahead and turn you around real quick. So you've got this nice, big, thick, arched doorway with this massive custom handmade door, which is pretty neat, nice and thick, super cool. Now this is going to be like the game room space, so if you know the adults are over there hanging out in the main living areas, the kids can come over here and chill out, right? So this whole side of the house is kind of dedicated to that stuff. I think there's a couple bedrooms over here, but a lot of it, this is going to be your play area, right? So you've got this nice big sitting area right here. And obviously, you know, as we're walking through this home, how it's staged and set up, that's merely ideas, right? You don't have to take that for what it is. If you were to live in a home like this, you could obviously decorate it and design it however you wanted to. So just keep that in mind as we're walking through it. Maybe you see something that you don't necessarily like in a certain location, or maybe you want something different in that location. Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear it. But you've got a nice little wet bar over here. Beautiful gray countertops. I love that. Some open shelves, a little beverage chiller, and a prep sink. And then on the opposite side, so this is open, again, to the pool, hot tub area. So you do have kind of like easy access in here. So everybody that's outside playing doesn't necessarily have to go traipsing through the house to get to a bathroom. So you can just come in here and do what they got to do. And then it's got a nice little storage closet over here too. So like, think games, think that type of stuff, right? And then from there, we'll go ahead and hop outside since we're over here and check out this back patio, and then of course the pool and all that fun stuff. So you do have this double-sided fireplace, so no matter what side of the party you're on, you can still kind of catch the vibes, right? I love double-sided fireplaces. You do have these tray ceilings with these beautiful wood accents up in the ceiling. And then on this side, kind of saw it as we were passing through the living room and everything, but you've got sitting area, little outside dining table, and then the grill. And then this is the other side of the fireplace. And then from there, it drops down into your pool area. Looks like, I think this is AstroTurf. Maybe? Yeah. But you've got the jacuzzi, you've got this pool area, little putting green. And let's get back here. Little fire pit. But check out this rear elevation real quick. Just get a load of this thing right here. Oh my goodness. I love it. It's huge. I'd never want to clean it though, but obviously you're probably going to hire someone to clean it. And I think, I see that in the comments all the time, like, how are you going to clean a house that big? That's what's going to happen, right? Because if you bought this house, you're too busy to clean your house, making that money. But anyway, we got some stuff over here to catch before we go upstairs. And this is going to be like the mudroom space of the home. So like your hall tree or lockers rather. And then you've got a little bit of storage down on the bottom. And then back behind that is a powder room. And this beautiful like single piece sink, which is really nice. And then this is kind of the second laundry room, if you count the one in the master bedroom, technically as a laundry room. A place to do laundry, but nice folding space. Got the sink, little spot to put some hampers. I think there's 3 of them. And then look at all this like storage space. Really nice. And then into this closet. And then from here, we'll go hop out into the garage. I know they're getting ready for like a party for after building it, but we'll go scope it out. Oh, nice. No one's even back here. Cool. That works out. So this is the 4-stall garage. And then technically, if you count there's actually 2 other stalls that you can utilize. But they've turned it into like the golf simulator space. But technically this could be like a 6-car garage, including those over there. Plus you have the RV storage, which, you know, if you didn't have an RV or anything like that, a lift, right? Car lift. And then you could put even more cars in here. But anyway, all of these are storage and utility closets going all the way down. And other than that, I really didn't see too much more stuff in here. They got a little bit of parade stuff happening, like in terms of just things everywhere, so. But anyway, more to see. And this is the second flight of stairs up to the top floor. We'll get to that in just a little bit. You do have another storage closet in here. And this could be like a coat room as well, because this door right here, and you can kind of see like the weather stripping and stuff like that. This could be another garage. But I guess before we get out there, you do have some understair storage. Don't want to miss this thing. Then you got like another crawl space access up underneath of the house. It just kind of wraps around under the stairs. But anyway, so like I said, this could be the second garage access point, like stalls. But obviously right now they have it as this golf simulator. Now, I'm going to step out here. Like I said, they got some stuff that they're setting up. But just to kind of show this off to you, so you do have these 2 garage stalls, right? And this is your motor court. So I'm going to back up a little bit, let you scope all of this out. So just a massive motor court. And then this over here would be your RV stall, which again is just ginormous. And then if you didn't want, obviously, an RV, right? I think you could probably fit a car lift in here. Something along those lines. Now let's see if I can get back in through this door. Oh yeah, but where does it, oh nice. We just did a circle. Very cool. So, would you keep the golf simulator, turn it into something else, but still not utilizing the garage stalls? Or, you know, are you going to have like your dream car collection and you're going to put all that in here? And then right past that, you have this gym area, pickleball court / basketball court, with, again, tons of views, access outside, so you can open up these doors too, and the kids can just come in here if they wanted to and play, or you could play, or whatever, right? And then the cool part, and we'll see this once we get upstairs, because we haven't even touched upstairs yet, y'all. Ridiculous. And the upstairs is massive as well, but you do have views up to the gym room, and then you've got a little gym storage in here as well. Like, I could fly the drone in this house and not have to worry about hitting a thing. I'm just kidding. I totally would. And then I'd be terrified. Anyway, so from here we'll go ahead and work our way upstairs. Got one more day here, and I'd have to say there have been some pretty neat homes. A lot of great ideas coming from these homes. And the fact that we got to tour the biggest one in the parade, that tickles me. But anyway, this is your gym area. Just massive. Like, I feel like I'm actually at like the rec center or something. And then from there, we'll dive into some stuff. Now, one of the cool things is this big jumbo space, which is finished dry storage. Of course, you could utilize it for whatever you wanted to, right? Maybe turn this into, you know, I'm on YouTube all the time, so like, could be my studio, right? But it could be anything. Got your electric panels, and then over here, you have your mechanical closet. I'm not going to mess with it, but I don't want to like peel the paint off of it. But this is your upstairs laundry room, so this would technically be your third laundry room. You got washer dryer hookups. And then this is kind of like a storage closet, maybe like a nice linen closet. Something along those lines. And then you have this common bathroom, which I believe connects to another bedroom. I'm not sure. We'll have to go check that out in a second. But I want to like wrap around. I don't want to go straight into it. But you do have double vanity. And then in your water closet, you got the toilet and a nice big tub space. Actually, you know what? Because it's too easy just to wrap back around. So we'll just dive in here. So what is this, bedroom number 4? Nice and spacious. I'm looking at like the time and everything like that, and I don't feel like necessarily I'm running through things. I feel like there's been sections where I've really been taking my time, but at the same time, for 13,000 square feet, like I feel like we're kind of cruising through it, right? But I think what that comes from, you know, this is just me talking, but is the fact that it's just wide open, right? It's not a bunch of different little rooms. It's a bunch of different massive rooms. Which, again, I'm a fan of. I know some of y'all aren't. I know you want some more of your like subdivided homes, I guess. But I want to be able to have a Nerf gun fight, you know, with my kids. And I think there's just enough walls to make that happen in a home like this. And it's so much room, like, you think about some Nerf gun battles, that would be epic. But So this is the staircase going back down to the main level. I just want to kind of step over here real quick and show the view of the foyer from up here. And then this is pretty neat as well. So you've just got like this living room space and then this kind of playroom area or whatever you wanted it to be. And then views out onto your balcony and then epic views of the valley. So very cool. Now this is a neat room. Again, you've got the glass sliding doors, but they open up into kind of this space with the day beds. And I think what they were going for is kind of like a guest room, if you will. But you have this beautiful vaulted ceiling with a nice big light fixture and then sliding glass doors that open up onto this balcony. And while I wish this was almost like, I don't know, a spot near the kitchen, but with a balcony, right? Because this, I just imagine mimosas and like breakfast and just hanging out and taking in this epic view. I don't know. It's just where my mind goes. But see what else we got. I think we still have another bedroom. So down this hall, some more storage. And then this is the 5th bedroom. All right, so normally we get to see the same old homes over and over and over again, and I feel like it's a special treat when we come across a gem, just a special, beautiful piece of artwork that just changes things up a little bit. And today we found that here in Ganola, Utah, with this beautiful home from a brand new builder. So let me turn you around. I'll tell you all about it. All right, y'all, say hello to the Serendipity from JLR Contractors. This is actually a really unique home in terms of the owner was actually the designer of the home, which is pretty neat. Grabbed a lot of inspiration from all of like the old style Utah homes, little bit of southern charm in there as well, and mashed that all together into this beautiful, beautiful brick home. Now, on the exterior, obviously you can see all of these columns just kind of wrapping around. It's kind of got like a little bit of a cottage feel here on the back. And then what she said is her husband wanted a castle, so it's kind of got like a castle-y feel on the back. But pretty neat looking. Just look at all of the detail above the windows. A lot of stained glass. She's been collecting kind of different pieces from across the country for a while, and the home was kind of built around a lot of that, which is pretty neat. Now, inside, you are going to find 4 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms. You did have the 2-car garage, and all of this sits inside of 10,240 square feet. So it's kind of got this nice big covered front porch right here with like the teal roof, like ceiling, which looks neat. And then just spectacular views of this Utah Valley, which is amazing. Now, if you are interested in a home similar to this, you can expect to pay between $3 and $3.5 million. But with that, let's get inside and see what all we can find. All right, here we go. So this is interesting. It's unique. This is your front door right here. And it's wild. It's so far away from not so far away, but like, it's not like what we typically see where you enter right into like the kitchen or the living room or something along those lines, you have like a proper kind of mudroom space, right? Again, with like these glass windows. A lot of these came from different parts of the country. And I probably need to, on homes like this that have had so much involvement from an owner, gosh, one day I need to get to the point where like they do the tour and I just kind of showcase kind of their thoughts and ideas behind it, because I got to walk around with her and everything and get that story. But pretty cool. Like this right here, I think she said these two windows on these doors came from Oregon, and you can see they're kind of old and cracked. So what they had to do was kind of encase them in glass, and then they built the doors kind of to match the windows or to fit the windows. So super custom. And there's just so much of that throughout this whole home. And I'm going to try and do it justice, but we'll see. Anyway, you do have like a little coat hook right here. And then from there, you enter into your first powder room, or the powder room. And again, kind of and you're going to see a lot of this, a lot of stained glass throughout the home, just to kind of add to that kind of cool cottagey feel. But nice little pedestal vanity, and then it wraps around this partition wall right here where you've got the toilet. And then from there, you have access out onto this side balcony, which we will get to. There's a bunch of different ways to access it, but it just makes it where you've got views from all over the different parts of the home. Now, we are going to go ahead and start over on this side of the house. I'll just give you like a good pan of everything. And you can kind of see where they kept that kind of traditional feel in terms of like it's not open concept and each room is its own room, which is pretty neat. But we'll start over here in this family room. Just nice and open. Went with the wood stove. It's a nice exposed beam up above that. Just tons of space. I think it's interesting and neat, and I was so excited when I pulled up, just because like, you know, I know what we tour all the time, right? And that's kind of what I was explaining, was that it's neat, it's interesting in the fact that it breaks things up from what we normally tour. Now, the other cool thing about it is that this, she bought this lot and then tore the home down, but the home itself had to sit on the original footprint, or at least pretty close to it. And so in order to get around that, you've got this beautiful sunroom right here, which is all enclosed, but as you can tell, there's got the exterior wall right here. So they were kind of able to get around that and have this beautiful sitting space, again with access out onto the balcony. And the neat thing about this is it sits right off of the master bedroom. So pretty cool. I love this big old swing right here. I could see just hanging out in here. Now, as we are walking through this home, let me know what you like, what you might want to change or rearrange if this home was yours. Love to hear that in the comments. And also, we're here for the Utah Parade of Homes. We tour homes all across the country, though. So if you love this home or other homes, definitely hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and it kind of helps us move across the country and get into beautiful homes like this. So this is pretty neat, this patio space. You got like this pergola on one side, and then it's open on the other side. I'll give you a quick little view down. There's walkout basement. There's a lot of like balcony and patio spaces all around this home, just so you could take it all in, which is awesome. I could be mistaken. I think she said it sits on, the property itself sits on 5 acres, and then it's kind of surrounded by a couple different farms, which is neat. So it gives you a little bit of that elbow room. And then from there you transition into the master bedroom. And you can actually access this from 2 different points, but the sunroom is kind of where we came. Now, another thing was this mantle. This was another piece that she brought into the home. I'm telling you, if you've got a cool story and you got some time, you've got a cool home that you just built, let me know. I want to come and hear it. I want to share it from your perspective. I think that's something I want to start working towards in the future. You know what I mean? I think that would be neat. I've dabbled in some of that stuff, but I've never done like a full video of it. So I think it would be fun. Anyway, from there you transition into the ensuite. You got a little sauna over here. And then back behind us is the water closet. Nice and spacious. And then from there you enter into like the bathroom itself. So double vanity, clawfoot tub, which was actually part of the original structure. They refinished it and just kept it, which was neat. And then into the closet. So tons of space in here. Some nice little port windows almost. And I love that they just kept like this theme. Because, I mean, keep in mind, this is a brand new home, right? Built for the parade. They said it took a little over a year to build, and then they've designed it for like 2 years. So just pretty neat in terms of the things that you can do. I always think about, you know, new homes is like having, I don't know, they're just all, I just keep going back to that. They're like all the same. You're going to have, you know, the Pella windows and all that stuff. And I'm sure you have that in here as well. But just being able to access or have some of these other features within like a new construction home is pretty neat. Anyway, it does have an elevator. Not going to ride this one, but it does have it. It goes to all 3 floors, the basement, this level, as well as the upper level. Which y'all just wait till we get up there. That thing is cool. But this is kind of another little corridor that takes you back to both the family room as well as the dining room. Now again, someone does kind of live here. Just we're in the parade, so we're not going to be diving into too many closets. There's some closets that I'll open up, but not too many, just out of respect for the owner. But then you do have the laundry room. The main level laundry room. So again, the seafoam, I love that color too. And just the neat little white and black, or white and teal tiles, looks really neat. You've got your wash basin. And then there are several arches throughout this home. My favorite is actually the barrel vault going into the kitchen, which we'll get to momentarily. But you do have this dining room space just kind of off of, so we're back to the family room and the entryway, just to orient you a little bit. But you have the dining room. And then we'll just step out here real quick. We're not going to go too far into it, but I just want to be able to show you the different sides of the home and the elevations and all that stuff. But you've got like this beautiful little garden patio space back here. Little fire pit. Just kind of neat what they did. So this is actually access from the garage straight back here. And then I guess this would be like the side door. And then from there you have another closet right here. And then next to that is the office space, which kind of looks out into the garden, which is pretty neat. It's got views of the mountains. And then from there, we start working our way into the kitchen. And you have this beautiful barrel vault right here with these kind of china cabinets on either side. She said this wasn't actually going to be part of the home initially. She was just going to have some hutches on either side. And then, I don't know, I'm so glad that she did this barrel vault though, because it looks spectacular. And then from there, you enter into this kitchen, which is probably even more spectacular. It's just grand and gorgeous looking, you know what I mean? Like, oh my goodness. And it's got some really cool things. I like opening drawers, and I know there are some in here that I get to open and kind of share with you. But nice big island. You do have one trash can drawer right here, and then there's another one over by the sink as well. And then there is some storage up underneath of the front side of the island. You've got these two little spindles and then quartz countertops throughout. And then on this side, you have your refrigerator and freezer right here. And then this is your appliance garage. Cabinets going all the way up to the ceiling, all the way around, which is very nice. And then you've got your kind of 45 range with the pot filler, beautiful tile going all the way up to the ceiling, nice big range hood. And then you have all of these little drawers and cabinets. Then in the middle of that, kind of like a little breakfast bar, a little breakfast nook with this wraparound bench, which is pretty neat. And again, they had the table refinished. It was just another piece that she had, but she had it matching, or she had it sent off to match the cabinet color, which is cool. And then some little under bench drawers. I was looking to see if there was any further back. I don't think so. And then on this side, you've got this beautiful glass cabinet. And then next to that is just some more cabinet space. And then you have this beautiful apron sink looking out onto your front patio with views off into the distance. Now I asked her kind of what the idea was behind like the layout and the floor plan of her home. And she was like, well, there's beautiful views all in the valley. And I just didn't at first know kind of what I wanted to do. And I realized that they don't have to be together. The kitchen and the living room, those were kind of the two things that she wanted the views from. So which one was going to get the view? This is actually pretty neat. This is like for your dish rags and then like your soaps and stuff, just kind of right here. And you know, with being modeled after like an older home, they didn't have that anyway. They were typically, the kitchen would be away from the living room and all the other rooms and stuff like that. So once she realized that, it was game on, and it was pretty neat. Anyway, dishwasher, double ovens. It's like a warming drawer down there on the bottom. And then this right here is actually a cleaning kind of drawer slash cabinet. So you can put your broom and everything right in there, which is pretty neat. And then a 45 wall into your pantry space. Again, this is actually, so it's a stained glass, but since there's no like light behind it, they had to put an LED back behind the glass itself. And it's actually pretty neat because it's in the wall, like it's not here, right? Which is cool. Anyway, you have your storage pantry, and then you have kind of your working pantry a little further back. And they actually, they were explaining this to me. What is the beams? It's a glue beam, whatever it's called. Y'all tell me down in the comments. I know y'all know what it is. But anyway, they had gotten rid of it, and she saw it just in the junk pile, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, let's turn that into a table." So they sanded it down. Looks kind of neat. And then this just like oval window looking out onto the front porch. Just tons of stuff. Like I love all the little details. And I love this tile in here. I think this looks super neat. So this is the mudroom coming in from the garage. But it's kind of like weathered with a little bit of that teal color in it. And then from there, we'll step out here. It is set up for the parade, which I think kicks off on Tuesday. I think, well, maybe it started on the 5th. So it's been going for a little bit, but a couple days. Anyway, let's see what all we see in here. Got the two. That might even be only big enough for one, huh? But that's about all I see. You've got access out onto this back garden space that we saw. And then from there, we'll work our way upstairs. Go check that out, and then we'll come down to the basement. So what are you thinking so far? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Is there anything you want to change or rearrange? This is probably one of the coolest spots up here. It's just this massive, open, like, kids area. Check this thing out. Now I'm walking on some plastic, so hopefully it's not crunching too loud, but pretty neat. Got the little slide, all the stairs, tons of space in here. And then we'll dive into some of these rooms. So you do have the elevator door right here, another little office space. Try not to crunch. I don't know if you can hear it. I can hear it. It's a little distracting. But kind of cool looking. And then this upper deck area was made so that whoever's working here in the office space can kind of come out and work out here if they wanted to, take in some of these views, right? Which is pretty cool. I feel like it's really neat to have a lot of this outdoor living space. And then let's see. Over here we also have kind of the craft room area. We've got the vaulted ceiling in here. There are 2 storage closets on either side of the doors. And then you've got like little crawl space access over here as well. Another closet. And then this is, I think, one of the only standalone full bathrooms in the house. And y'all, this thing is wild. So first and foremost, of course, they went with like a floral tile pattern to actually match this little vanity over here, which is pretty neat. You've got the medicine cabinet built into the wall with some fun little sconces. And then another partition wall with the toilet. But just kind of neat. I like the detail in the floor with the flowers. And they did the same thing and just kind of alternated it in the shower. So this is the second home, and you got this linen closet right here as well. Oh, there's also attic access up above us. But anyway, this is the second home we've toured here in Utah for this parade. And y'all, I love coming here. Not Not just because of the views, right? Because the views here are spectacular, but the homes, oh my goodness, they do them up for sure. And they're just unique and interesting. But then you've got like this little, honestly, I would almost turn this into like the office space, other than the fact that you have that balcony out there. But that's just me personally, right? Because that side over there can just be for all the kids and grandkids and everything. But kind of a cool little library setup over here. And then into this bedroom, which is kind of, it's like 2 bedrooms in one. So this is for when their kids and grandkids come over, they can have a space to kind of, kind of hang out and stuff. There's one here, and then there's like a secondary ish master bedroom down in the basement as well. So another closet, and then into this space, which sits out over the top of the garage. And then it has this fun little balcony spot, which I didn't even walk out here. This is the one that you really see when you pull in the drive. It's kind of cool looking. And then from here, we'll go on down to the basement. If you are looking to build your home, reach out to our good friends over at professionalhomeplans.com. While you can't build this exact home with them, you can draw inspiration from it and work with their design team to craft that kind of perfect dream home for you and your family. And even if you don't want to pull inspiration from this home, there are tons of other homes that we've toured all across the country, that you could easily pull some inspiration from. But if you still can't find any inspiration from any of those homes that we've toured, they also have tons of different pre-designed floor plans for you to choose from. Then you can work with their team to kind of tweak those and craft those into your perfect dream home. So if you, again, are looking to build your home, start with professionalhomeplans.com. You can find the link in the description. All right, down here in the basement, again, tons of things going on. So the owner, she joked, she was like, the home was designed by a woman. So there's like storage, like literally everywhere is some storage. So we're not gonna go over here. She said there was a bunch of stuff in those, but you've got some understairs storage, and then just some more storage closets. And then here, kind of in this hallway, again, more storage closets. And then just kind of around the corner from the stairs, you've got this little hall with 2 more closets. You've got some linen closets over here. And these lead into this bedroom. So this is one of 2 bedrooms down here in the basement. Again, more spectacular views. And then into its ensuite. And I think every room, with the exception of the one upstairs with like that bonus kind of bedroom up above or connected to it, have their own ensuites. You got the single vanity in here. And just kind of a fun tile on this tub. And then on the opposite side of the room, you've got this massive closet. And then almost like a little linen closet when you first walk in, or some other type of storage closet. Like I said, just a whole heap ton of closets. Not just down here, but I feel like throughout most of the home. But then you have your yoga room. and exercise room. So if you're into like antiques and stuff, I wish, what'd she say, this was like, it was a, I don't know, a doorway imported from India, right? That they turned into a mirror, which was cool. I don't know. That's the type of stuff. It's those stories, I think, that make the home special, and uniquely some ones, right? I feel like I can show homes all day long, but at the end of the day, that's kind of what gives the people, is what gives it character, you know what I mean? Maybe that's something we need to, don't tour anymore. I'm just kidding, I would never do that. I'm always going to tour new homes, but just go find these cool, unique homes with backstories from people. Anyway, this is your side elevation of the home. And it's actually, I didn't even notice this. It's got this other garage. I guess that's what would be the 2-car garage, right? And that must have been what one of them doors were for, that said storage. It was ultimately for garage access, which is neat because I feel like the other garage door up there, it looked like it would only fit 1 car anyway. But anyway, tons of outdoor space. It's kind of a cool look. Got some outdoor speakers, right? And then next to that, you have this gym room. And then we start getting into some more fun stuff over here. So this is the lower level laundry room. Well, I think this is another, I think this must be two standalone bathrooms. So you got this one's got like a fun tile or a fun countertop. It's got a single vanity. Then the toilet, and then the shower. And I like this, I like the tile on the floor because it just looks like bubbles. And then around the corner, again, elevator access. And then you also have some more storage. And then you have double doors into kind of that secondary master suite down here on the lower level. So perfect if you've got older kids and stuff coming over, you know, if they're married, maybe they've got kids, like just tons of different places for them to hang out. And then we'll step into its closet and then into the ensuite. This one's got like a closet inside of a closet. I would imagine some of these closets are, maybe the ones on the other side closer to that garage door. That's probably where you're going to find like your furnace, your water heaters, you know, all that stuff. And typically we would show that, but you know, when we tour homes that someone actually, you know, is living in or moving into, we'll leave that stuff alone. So if you're new here. But anyway, and then into this shower, got like a nice bench back there. And then around the corner is the toilet. All right, y'all let me know what you think about this home down in the comments. If you want any more information on a home like this or JLR contractors, you can find that information right down there in the description. With that, I hope you enjoyed the tour. I hope you go on to have a fantastic day. And as always, my name's Timothy. I look forward to seeing your beautiful face in the next one.